Greetings, Team Eternity. I love the name of the group.
What you just said right now, can't say that.
Why shouldn't I say it?
It's okay.
If you like say fin, I'll
Please,
say it.
Please. Fun-filled Friday.
You won't say fin.
Let's not drop any major bombs today. Good morning, guys. Can you guess what Cap said just before the camera came on? I'm tempted to give away one free pizza just for anyone who can guess.
And talking of free pizzas, what is October's Awareness Month? If you can give us the answer to that question, there are 1, 2, 3, I think 3 pizzas available. October's Awareness Month is what? 055-556-1034. Welcome to the show. Friday, second Friday of October, right? Today's the 8th. Today is also World Egg Day.
Yeah, I love it.
So I was asking a question on Facebook. How many ways can you cook an egg?
I can think of at least 4.
Okay, tell me.
So boiled,
Boil,
fried,
fry it,
scrambled.
scramble it,
What's that one you drop it in hot water?
poach it,
Poaching.
roast.
I don't know about roast.
I saw somebody who said they can roast an egg. They just put the egg on the fire like that,
Won't they?
on a charcoal fire.
Won't that crack?
Well, somebody suggested it. I don't
People
know.
have ideas.
I bet there are 100 ways. There are 100 ways to cook an egg.
And you can eat it raw.
Yes, but it's not cooking it. Or you cook it in your mouth if your breath is hot.
Yes. Eggnog.
What are the ways? What are the ways to cook an egg? Today is World Egg Day. Okay, 055-556-1034. Let us know. All right, on WhatsApp.
So another good morning to you. Welcome to Fun Friday on GTV Breakfast. This show is brought to you by Awake Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. And our Friday special costume shout to Red Cotton Clothing. Follow them on Instagram. And we are happy to be here today. We will be looking into issues of art and what it means when it comes to beautification. We know that some iconic sites, so bridges and overpasses and overheads, sometimes have some art on there.
Graffiti, right? Graffiti.
Now graffiti is considered art.
It's art,
in the earlier years ago, it was
It's a nuisance. It was a nuisance.
So if you did that, you would get into
I teach
trouble.
that at DIG.
But we are keeping an eye on those things. So beautification, and we'll be on the Odogono side of town, so towards Awoshi.
Okay.
And we'll be looking at what's happening there when the team for Keep an Eye comes on board. But there's a woman who has an amazing story to tell, and very much unusual, I find it.
Yes. So you know there's 2 hats our show on Lifestyle.
I'm watching it, by the way, every night, every weeknight at 8 p.m. Lifestyle TV. You need to watch
2 hats.
2 hats.
Okay.
The telenovela, Trinovela.
Yes, should be so. So we have 2 hats, but today I'll be sitting and chatting with a lady who has 2 wombs.
We have 1 nose, 1 mouth.
Yes, but she has 2 wombs, 2 cervixes,
Wow.
2 vaginas.
Does that make her more fertile?
We don't know.
We'll be asking some questions.
Lots of questions.
To this very unique woman.
Yes.
And her bravery to even share the story, what inspired her to come out to share that story with the rest of the world, when we know that we are very conservative when it comes to things we don't understand very well in these ages.
One question somebody asked me to ask her was, does she have 2 periods every month?
That's a good question, actually.
Yes.
People are really smart, and you can also join in by sending your questions to us on our WhatsApp number 055-556-1034, and follow our social media handles as well. We're on Facebook, we're streaming there right now, we're streaming on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. So wherever you go, we are there.
Indeed, the show is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water. They're there, all right? You buy a bottle, and then 1 peso goes to the National Cardiothoracic Center. The Shield Acrylic Paint, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. We have got MyBet.Africa, also proud to be part of the show. The Lifestyle segment is brought to you by Airtel Tigo. And Cheesy Pizza as well.
Red Cotton Clothing.
And Red Cotton. The Fabric Hub is responsible for how my vibe and my swag is on today. See why it is dancing. They're on Instagram. The Fabric Hub. Yes, so that's how it moves today.
We're starting off with our wisdom nugget, Calf, and it's about the essence of life and How about that to start off your weekend just right? The Essence of Life from Dr. Kofi Osei-Kwesi.
Yes.
And that will set us off beautifully before we go into our weather update, and we'll be back to look at what's trending on social media.
Where the two become three. It's a prophecy. You stay with us.
When the three become two. That will be joining us soon, but we'll be back after Wisdom Nuggets. Stay on.
It's a good morning to you. So exciting as always for me to bring you the Wisdom Nugget for the day. It's an honor for me to share these Wisdom Nuggets with you. A nugget a day keeps the problems away. And today we're talking about the essence of life. I think one of the critical ways that we grow in wisdom is by listening to elderly people. And perhaps that's a lot more for young people, that we need to listen to elderly people. They have some tremendous amount of wisdom that we can acquire as we speak and interact with them, because life is tough and life is full of challenges. And sometimes there's nothing new under the sun. And so the older people are, if they have acquired a lot of experience and applied it in their lives, they usually have accumulated a lot of wisdom that we can acquire from them as well. Now, over the weekend, I had a short time with an elderly friend, a 70-year-old medical doctor friend of mine that, I spent some time with, and I picked something out of this man, and he spoke about the essence of life. And as we were having this conversation, he was telling me that at his age, 70 years right now, as a medical doctor, semi-retired, he said to me that the biggest question he asked himself is, what has he spent his life doing? And then he added that for him, if at 70 years you haven't discovered the essence of life, or if at 70 years you haven't lived a purposeful life, it is an age where you're really going to regret. And so we're bringing us the wisdom nugget today to say that we don't need to wait until we're 70 years before we start thinking about what is the real meaning of life, what is the essence of life, what should we spend our time doing. I like one of the things he shared with me. He said, it's very important that you discover your purpose. You find the reason why you are here. And usually your purpose in life is linked to making the lives of other people better. Many people spend their lives looking for money. Many people spend their lives looking, to build a house. Many people spend their life's energy, and they work so hard just to acquire some material things, which we're going to die and leave anyway. That's correct. The true essence of life is to find some meaning, a sense of purpose, who you are called to, whose life you're supposed to add value to. If you make the mistake pursuing all the secondary things, putting them first, you're going to get to 70 years if you're lucky. Or we're going to get to 70 years if we're lucky, only to realize that perhaps we either followed the right thing or we didn't follow the right thing. I think we should think about it. Ask yourself today, what are the priorities of your life? What are the things that you're spending so much of your energy doing? Are they purposeful? Are they adding value to other people's lives? Are they worth your time and investment? Are they things that people will remember you for in a positive way? Or are they just things that perhaps you're going to die and leave them and other people are just going to take over? Think about it. It's never too late to start thinking about what is the essence of life and making that the priority of your life. As you think about it, have a fabulous day, and I look forward to seeing you again on the Wisdom Nugget for your day.
And this is the part where we look at what's trending on social media. And CAF is still the lone ranger on the couch. But perhaps let's start with football. And Newcastle fans are... I didn't even know... Do we have Newcastle fans in Ghana?
Wait, make I chop my eggs more first.
So that's one way to eat an egg.
We
are having breakfast on breakfast.
World Egg Day with the chocolate.
So where's my egg? Producer, can I have my eggs fried?
Put your thing down.
I'll
throw it to you.
I can't catch a ball to save my life. Like,
your egg is here.
Yay! I want mine fried sunny side up. Okay, so I'll look forward to having that.
Now talk to me on Newcastle.
So, do we have Newcastle fans in Ghana?
No.
I personally do not know anyone. Are you a Newcastle fan? Send me a message on our WhatsApp line 05555610334. If you are a Newcastle United fan, some people don't even know what that is. So
well, they look like Juve but speaking English.
They look like Juve but speaking English.
Black and white.
So Newcastle United, the black and white team in England. So the short story I'm reading from Reuters here. Premier League club Newcastle United have been taken over by a Saudi Arabian-backed consortium, the league announced in a statement on Thursday. So the consortium includes the kingdom's $430 billion sovereign wealth fund PIF, chaired by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. $430 billion.
That's the value.
That's it's crazy.
That's the money behind Newcastle now.
That's the money behind the owners of Newcastle.
Wow.
They will buy everybody.
So all of a sudden Newcastle has become like a Man City or a PSG.
They will buy everybody. They can afford everybody. No player is off limits.
Wow. 100% of Newcastle United Football Club. Can you imagine the amount of pounds in tax revenue that is going to the Queen?
Look.
Her Majesty's tax service. That's a lot of money. Oh.
430 billion with a B dollars.
No be small. Good money.
I don't know which Premier League club. I don't know any football club in the world now that has that amount of cash or assets or any money backing them. Newcastle United.
You know, I'm doing the mathematics. So 450 something times 6.
This billion.
Yeah, so it's a billion times 6. I'm looking at in CDs, that's like trillions.
If you start saying the PP, you won't finish. Say it till morning.
Till Monday. Which kind of money? Till Monday, man. Wow.
That is a lot of money. So they are looking to, you see, it. For me, it raises questions about fairness. If you have all this money, how is it fair to the other the other teams in the league?
Well, the
because
UK government
you have affordability. You can buy literally any and everybody.
Oh, but they still won't win anything, please.
Are you sure?
They want something, they haven't even won the EPL before. We won't win anything.
Why are you so quick to... Because if you invest money into something, chances are you'll get some good stuff coming in, right?
Charlie,
so
Arsenal has been investing.
All that money going to Newcastle and... I'm sure you're thinking, if United had this 430...
We don't need that money. We have Ronaldo.
We'll do miracles. Oh, Ronaldo has brought how many? I think 500 million followers to... now the fans on, I think, Manchester United's Twitter are 500 million or so. Newcastle, $430 billion coming in. We are also being told, still on the football front, that Asante Kotoko has signed 23-year-old Dixon Afuakwa, and because I have not followed the player, I'm just trying to find him so I can have an idea of who he is. So that's what you should do. Anytime I hear a name that I am not familiar with, I go there, and he's a prolific player. So just 23-year-olds, a forward, so he plays up front, striker, scoring goals is his job, and Kotoko will be looking to get as many goals as they can out of this young lad, as they strive to bring the cup back to their side from Hearts of Oak. So indeed. Porcupine Warriors signing on this amazing young player. Okay. And look at him in his red tie already. Like,
yeah, for me, whoever designed the jersey, I mean, deserves big plaudits. I love what is happening on that jersey. I'm seeing all those
Edinkra
symbols, man. Maybe we should do a question and say, name 6 of them. What they mean.
That would be a good one. Maybe if there are more tickets to win on Monday, we'll say we'll name some Edinkra symbols on Afaquest shirt.
Indeed.
The fact that he's wearing green, you see, Kotoko for me, it's conflicting in my mind when I think that their logo is yellow and green, like GBC's corporate colors, like yellow and green. So lovely dress.
Oh, you have what today?
So no, GBC's corporate colors are yellow and green. So anytime I wear yellow, and it's also Temasco's colors. Good morning. But when you have those, and then your active, passionate color is red everywhere. The Porcupine Warriors, everyone knows they are a red team, and their jersey is green. Well, so are we red or are we green?
Well, nationally it's like that. Our colors are red, gold, green, and black. But what colors do our Black Stars wear?
Any color.
No, white. No, it's also white. I don't quite get it, but hey, that's how it is. Yeah. Okay.
So
what's the next trend?
Apparently, the reason why Dixon is trending is because of his age, 23 years old. So look at the man.
Yeah, he's 23. Okay.
Based on what?
Am I his mama?
So, please, those of you who are saying the guy is not, do you have his birth certificate? The guy says he was born in 98. Okay, 1998. Yeah. So if you do the math, it's 23. Please. Yeah.
And hairlines can recede at any age. I mean, Rooney started receding early 20s, you know, and then he went for a hair transplant. So
I don't know why people do this. The man is 23. You say he's not. Do you have his birth certificate? So on what basis are you disputing his age? Send us that information on our WhatsApp number 055-556-1034. The man is 23. Okay, Kotoko have signed a 23-year-old player. I remember when some people were in their 20s and their children were in university. But that's not the kind of 23 we are talking about here.
Shatta sang a song with Shatta sung a song taking over. And there's one line in that song, me, I no want to talk anything.
So you don't want to say anything now. Okay, that's good. Central African Republic did an amazing thing last night. And the whole world is talking about it because they stopped the eagles in flight.
Exactly.
They pulled them from the sky and landed them on the floor and said, hey, one goal. Milovan style. Put one goal on them.
Yeah, so car knocks down eagles. What an accident. Yeah. In the 90th minute.
Last minute goal.
Whoa.
Last minute goal. The Nigerians won't leave this. We'll be having a laugh for a very long time.
Look at that guy. These defenders have no excuse. Oh!
Oh!
Boom! Goal!
Sana Charlie. So
so
Nigerians should not be laughing. I'm sorry. Like all my Nigerian friends, the Nigerian fans that we have on the breakfast, like, don't be upset. Okay? But 1-0 against Central Africa.
Messed up, man.
That is a painful defeat. So it's the first time in World Cup qualifying history that this has happened. So Central African Republic beating the Super Eagles of Nigeria 1-0 in that game. Other games played: Equatorial Guinea 2, Zambia 0, and Rwanda 0, Uganda 1. So World Cup qualifiers, the road to Qatar is still on. You can catch all the action, all the highlights on GTV Sports Plus. All the analysis will be on your #1 favorite sports channel in Ghana. The legends live on GTV Sports.
They are ranked. Central African Republic is 124 worldwide.
124.
I'm telling you, it was the biggest shock.
In terms of football.
Yes.
And they unseated Nigeria.
Yeah, football, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen.
That's what me football put there. Now we all know where I am with that. So don't worry, Nigeria, you bounce back. I'm on Nigeria, I know they carry last area. Where una dey? I'm sorry. So last one we want to touch on before we go. John Dumelo is up to some interesting stuff on Twitter. And he shared a post that has garnered a lot of comments. And the post goes something like this. Calf, you live on the Dodowa Road and work in Accra Central. Your salary is 1,000 Ghana cedis. Daily transport is 20 Ghana cedis. That's approximately 400 Ghana cedis a month. Approximately 10 Ghana cedis a day on food. That's 300 Ghana cedis a month. Total 700 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis left. Rent, ECG, water, savings, and offering no come yet. How do we solve this?
They will not come.
How do we solve this?
Well, you borrow to pay for that. That's a rent. You know they do it 2 years.
And the other expenses he hadn't added. Data has not come.
Well, there will be tips as well.
Data has not come.
Tips. People give you tips. Money. Blessings
Who will give you tips? If you don't work in a field where you get tips, why are you going to get tips? So you are not at a petrol station, and you are not a waiter or engaged in any of those things. So these are some of the reactions. Manchabi says we just need 2 key changes and we will solve all these problems. One, very good rail network. It will reduce transport costs because rail is cheaper and faster, lesser travel time, and then reduce rent costs because you can live far from work or Accra and commute by train. So this guy is a big train advocate, near Aiko GH. So John Dumelo there, the actor,
Twitter, people will say all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh yes, they will. So, yes, they will. And we are following that trend very, very closely. But you see, he makes a good analysis that if you have all these coming out of one pocket, and it's not a very deep pocket to begin with, then you might be found wanting, and you would want to find solutions to that. Good mathematics, John Dumelo. But 300, by the time you pay, let's say you put 50 for electricity, and let's say 20 for water, and let's put data and airtime at say another 20, that's 100 gone, so you have 200.
Don't you have people calling you every day asking for you to bless them with something?
So
that's
the party saying rent, offering no come yet.
People will ask you all the time, all the time. And even the 20 days for transport, in a normal working month, it's more than 20 days.
20 Ghana cedis.
It's about 24 days. So already your calculation is down because you don't work for 20 days in a month.
So how do we survive? People come to Ghana and they're like,
do 3 jobs. You have your side business, side hustle. That's what happens.
Anyway, I would have loved to explore this topic a bit further, but yeah, that's what John Dumelo says, and he's asked the question, how do we solve this? If you have any solutions, let us have your suggestions on our WhatsApp number. You know what it is, 055 5561034, and also follow our social media handles. Share and share and share. Let's know what you think on our stream as well. We are on Facebook, and use the hashtag GTV Breakfast across social media. We'll get to reading some of your thoughts on all the things that we discuss on the platform. Remember, the show is made possible by Awake Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. We are also grateful to Red Cotton Clothing, located on the Spintex Road, and also the shop is on the Spintex Road. They have another one at East Legon. Follow them on Instagram. Abigail and her team are amazing. Nakwale is what you're called, amazing team. And the ones that we met this week at the shop, like all of, if I want to mention all your names, we won't get out of here. But guys, follow them on Instagram. They are a fantastic shop, and we are proud to be associated with Red Cotton Clothing. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll have a sit down and we'll look into another aspect of online safety when it comes to WhatsApp. So most of us are on WhatsApp. Recently there was a crash of Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. What does that mean? How can you keep your information safe so that they do not get into the wrong hands? All those we'll be exploring when we return from the break. Stay with us.
Yes, but before we go, thank you for the promotion, because I'll be speaking with DK Cyber pretty soon. There's a men's gold trend that is running through the system right now. So men's gold have announced a final payment roadmap to settle aggrieved customers. If your money is locked inside men's gold, like it's it's gone and it's not coming back, does this excite you?
So number one is going to pay.
Well, they've announced a final roadmap. Okay. So this is the map to where you will get your money. Yeah. Do you have confidence in this announcement of the roadmap in terms of, hey, your money, how much money? I'm just curious. So how much money do you have locked up? Some people
invested a lot of money.
How much is a lot?
In the thousands of Ghana cedis. And we know that people took loans and put them into this venture, hoping that when the proceeds come back,
I saw a list of church groups who are taking their church people's money and put it into men's gold.
Yep. I remember at the height of the agitations for the customers, some of them were sharing stories about how they had put loads of money in there. People have died.
Wow.
From shock of not, the fear of not getting
Wow.
their
Do you know
money
anybody
back,
who's put their money into men's code?
They wouldn't admit it to me personally. No one has admitted to me in my circle that, oh, I put money in there, because I would say, hey, it's 2 or 40K now. And then you went and put it there. But hey, that's what they're saying. Are you confident that those monies will come back to you? Let us know. And let's take that quick break and we'll continue afterwards.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
Journey yet on GTV.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
Welcome. Hope you're having a good breakfast. Today is World Egg Day. And my question is, how many ways can you cook an egg? Well, I've just found out from Valerie, whose egg is on display here, that you can actually go to TikTok and get cooking tips. Apparently, you boil the thing and then you crack it. I don't even know how to do it. I take after my father very strongly, who one day, he decided to give us fried eggs, but started the process by boiling the egg first. I do not know whether he was trying to sterilize the egg, but then he later on announced that we're no longer going to have fried egg. It's now boiled egg. And so that's the kind of heritage I have. Couple of questions. Well, this question was a BEC 2000 question, vocational skills. How many ways can you cook an egg? Somebody said, Faji now says boiling, steaming, frying. Freddie says cook, fry, bake. Clement Siama says charcoal, gas, and electricity. That's a smart one. How many ways can you cook an egg? Using charcoal, gas, and electricity. You guys are just smart. Let them keep coming in. 055-556-1034. Still to come on today's conversation, we are keeping an eye on Accra for Art, the Accra Beautification Project, and Otobono Secondary School. We used to fear those people when we were doing intercore back then in secondary school. They might at least be serious. And then we'll be having discussions about a woman who has two wombs, two cervixes. Big conversation coming up there. And then we're premiering the Ratified show as well as Time with Striker Didonzi, who spells ruler with two L's. But for now, we're looking at WhatsApp protection. How do you protect yourself from those bad boys and girls who want to enter your WhatsApp and do what? I don't even know. To help me is our regular Friday morning guest who hangs with us and teaches us how to be safe online and with our phones. He is DK Cyber, David Jedusi of DK Cyber GH. David, good morning. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
Love the shirt.
Thank you.
And I love the vibe. But I'm not loving what people have been doing with WhatsApp, trying to enter other people's WhatsApp.
Yeah.
What's going on there with people trying to enter people? Is it possible for you to protect yourself fully on WhatsApp?
All right, thank you and good morning. So to answer that, yes, people are tracking or hacking WhatsApp. You can protect WhatsApp to some extent, but since it's a technological app, you know, the technology world, we say nothing is 100% secure. So if someone wants to fully break into it, they can go to the advanced level and still get it. So yes, you can protect yourself well, but still, if there's an advanced attack on it, yeah, you can be hacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the ways that people open themselves up to be hacked on WhatsApp?
All right, thank you. So now the common threat or the common ways that these fraudsters or these attackers, I call them this information, they are not really hacking. What they do is, you know, when you are installing WhatsApp, or like if you uninstall WhatsApp and installing it, they send you a code, OTP code, 6 digits. And that OTP code, when you put it in there, it gives you all the update, all your chats, get the information for you. Now what they do is they will download WhatsApp. Since they have your number, then they put your number in there and WhatsApp will send you the code. Now then they call you or chat you. Then they start tricking your mind and try to play with your mind. So what they do is they call you and they'll tell that, oh, the administrators of a particular platform that you belong to, it might be your forces group or your church platform, and they've seen that there has been some hacking activities on WhatsApp. So they are trying to help secure or mitigate the whole situation. So WhatsApp has sent you some code, or they've sent you some code. Kindly give it to them and they will use that code to protect you. And the minute you give them that code, then they log you off the WhatsApp platform and they come on, because that code belongs to you and you don't need to share it with anyone. And one of the things, because you have not also enabled two-factor authentication, when they come on WhatsApp, they go and enable the two-factor authentication and they claim ownership of your own WhatsApp.
What is two-factor authentication?
All right, so two-factor authentication has been one of the security layer today we've got. So two-factor authentication does this. When someone tries to come into your account or trying to come into a platform that you live on, and the person is trying to come in. If you have enabled the two-factor authentication, they either send you an email or a text via your XMS. They tell you, oh, someone is trying to come in, or there's a code. So if it's not you, you can quickly just block the person. But if it's you, you can allow it. So normally the two-factor authentication is the second security layer we've got to secure all our digital platforms. It's not only on WhatsApp, it's on all the digital platforms that we find ourselves on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our email, even on our banking app. We have it, and it's one of the most important tools today. I learned that from, I think, from next month, Google is making almost around 150 million or something thousand number of, they will do it custom, that the moment you just create your Gmail account, the two-factor authentication will be enabled, because it was a default that you have the option to either turn it on or off. But because of the hacking activities, people are exploiting that. And most of people too don't know the way they will turn it on. So they are now trying to embed it, that they will do it as a default, being turned on. And that's a great idea from Google. So I think that other platforms will also learn that. So it's so simple. You go into your WhatsApp, then you go to your settings. Settings there, you see account.
Slow down for me. I want to do it while you're doing it.
All right, sure, that's fine.
So I go to my settings?
Yeah, go to settings, go to account.
Account, yes.
Yeah. What do you see there? The
two-step verification?
Yeah, that's the third point, right?
So I click that?
Yeah, click that.
Okay.
Enable it if you've not enabled it.
Okay, it's on disable now.
Okay, that means you've enabled it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to enable it, you click on enable, then you set 6 pins. And these 6 pins, you try to add your email to it. In case you forget this pin, then you use your email to reset it. But please do well to remember the pin, because randomly, periodically, they would ask you.
I've been getting those.
Yes, and it's one of the security layers that we've got, that even if randomly someone picks my phone and there's that, and without knowing that code, the person can't use their WhatsApp.
Let's go through the process again, because this is important. People need to know this to protect themselves. So you go to
WhatsApp, then you go to your settings.
Settings.
Yes, then you go to account.
Account.
So in account, you see the third, that is
after privacy and security,
two-step verification.
Okay.
Then you enable it.
Go enable it.
You go through the process. It's quite simple. Within 1 minute, it should be done.
Okay. And there are options for you to change your PIN.
Yes, there are options for you to change your PIN. Yeah, and to change the email address.
All right.
The email address is very important. You should try and put it there. That would help us.
Awesome. In case you joined us, we're looking at WhatsApp protection. What are your questions to Mr. Jedu, DK Cyber GH? Send them to us, 055-556-1034. This week, WhatsApp went down. And how did you feel when that happened?
I felt bad, and I think around 2:30 Ghana here, I was starting getting cold. DK, what's happened? My WhatsApp has been hacked. Some of my Instagram, my Facebook. So the call started coming. What has happened? So people try to on and off their phone, try to get data, because they feel that the data, like they were not having data. So after 3, we tried to dive into it, and we saw that the Facebook server is down.
Did you think it was a hack in the beginning?
Okay, the beginning, anything can happen. From where I sit, or what I look into from the cyberspace, hacking has been one of the common threats on us. So you think about hacking, then you also think about technological failure, so it was that 2 things running in mind. So you have to dive into it. So what happened was, people thinking that WhatsApp was hacked or Facebook was hacked, and when you go on Twitter, it was really trending. Twitter was like like you see what hashtag WhatsApp, it became like a news, and it's almost about 6 hours. So from 2:33 in Ghana here up to almost 6 hours, they were off. And through our small investigation, we've been able to gather or done. What we saw was, it wasn't a hacking activity. The systems, we used to update them. So every company update their system. We also advise that you do update your device. Before we can communicate on the internet, the internet only understands, some people say 0 and 1s, and we don't know Facebook.com. We don't know maybe Instagram.com.
No, it's the
right?
numbers.
Yes, so what it is maybe if I want to go to Google, there's an IP address that is maybe 192.168.1.1. So those are the language, or those are what they understand. And if you should, all the sites you have, Jumia.com, GBC.com, if it was an IP address, I don't think any of us can recall that we can differentiate between the IP address of GTV to maybe Google. So what it is they have a server called DNS. So that DNS would help you if maybe you can't recall the IP, but you can recall the name because you live with the names.
Okay.
Like maybe the cyberzone.com, like maybe gbc.com, like those things. So those ones you understand them. So it was that server they were updating.
Okay.
And the internet too, there's one protocol, the border gateway protocol. That's the only protocol that the internet runs. So if I connect to the DNS server, then the DNS server of maybe the platform will also use a protocol called the border gateway protocol. The border gateway protocol that connects to the internet. So now it was when they were trying to update it, there was a failure.
Okay.
So if that time you were trying to ping Facebook, they were not getting any packages coming.
And that's what explained the blockage.
The
so when they
blockage.
fixed it, then we all had our WhatsApp.
So within 6-7 hours when it was fixed, we got it back.
Yeah, I saw pictures of Mark Zuckerberg eating banquet, and this was like the reward for fixing Facebook, and WhatsApp and Instagram. And back to it, after all that stress, thank you for the explanation. Let's get back to the WhatsApp protection. How can you protect your chat? Is it possible to protect your chats from other people seeing them?
Yeah, so WhatsApp itself provides what they call the end-to-end encryption. That means that if I'm sending you messages this morning, it's only the sender and the receiver gets to know them. Even WhatsApp themselves don't have access to your message. So that end-to-end encryption is another protection that we've got on WhatsApp. Then there's another way that you can also do, that is enabling the two-factor authentication. And also there's another way people try to really do something we call the desktop web or the WhatsApp web. So the WhatsApp web is a way that if I'm using WhatsApp on my mobile phone, I can get a copy on my web environment, on my laptop, on my computer. So people try to scan that and put it on their web. So assuming I have your mobile phone for just a second or a minute, I can do that and I would get access of your messages on my laptop.
So you don't advise that people use WhatsApp web?
Oh no, I advise you can use WhatsApp web because sometimes I mostly live or sit behind the PC and my phone might be somewhere. So if I have the WhatsApp web, that help me to communicate to my people. So what you have to do is you have to periodically check it. So that one, you go to settings, you see link devices. So the link devices, go and check the devices that has been linked. So this one, if you get there and you see a link device that you think that you've never done WhatsApp web before, you've never connect your WhatsApp to any PC, but you still see some devices linked in there, you have the option to log them out.
Let's find how to find link devices on the phone, right?
Yes, please.
So where do I go?
So you go to your settings.
Go to settings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and look for what? Accounts, chats.
No. Go back.
Okay.
Yeah, so click the menu there.
Okay.
What do you see here?
Settings?
No, not settings.
What do I click? I have chat, status, calls.
No, go
to
back.
the top. Okay, yes, settings.
No, just where you were.
Yes, tell me where I'm supposed to go.
So like the menu there, go to the menu. What do you see at the menu?
New group, new broadcast, link services, settings, things like that.
No, read all please. It's
Settings.
there.
Yeah.
After
link
settings.
devices.
Link devices,
okay, good,
there.
I've seen it. Yeah. So then you go and find out what is linked to what.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you see a device being linked there, for me, I have linked almost about 3 PCs to mine. So I know that I have 3 devices linked there. But if I should go and see extra one or other one, then I will know that, then there's someone trying to use that feature to really hack me or spy on my messages.
Okay, there's a message coming here on WhatsApp, which is 055-556-1034. Good morning, Desmond from Korea. I have a problem now with my MTN WhatsApp number, which I set my number for the 2-step verification. I'm now having a new phone, and I forgot the code, and I can't use my number now for WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's why I said that you can use the email to reset it. So does he remember the email that he used?
You should use the email to reset.
Yes. So use the email to reset it.
Okay, all right, awesome. The 2-step verification. So this is Jessica. She wants to know concerning security. What's of the 2-step verification? I don't quite understand, but is it it's supposed to make you more secure, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to make you more secure. Yeah, it's supposed to make you more secure.
Okay, so keep them coming in 055-556-1034. Is WhatsApp safe to use?
All right, thank you. And this is a great question. So to me, if you believe in privacy, we all have the reasons why we use some platform. if you know you do so much with privacy, like your chats is so confidential, then I think, you know, WhatsApp wouldn't be 100% advised for you to use because of some of the activities. And you know, from the family that they belong to, they really understand business, and they are making it a business messaging app, you know. So if you believe in privacy and you want to have that top-notch privacy, then it wouldn't be advised for you to do that. It's not advisable for you to do that. But then again, if you are using it for business and you want to communicate to family and friends, you can use it.
Okay.
But for security-wise, you know, none of the apps are really 100% secure. So you have to check that.
Can WhatsApp be tracked by the police?
The WhatsApp, not too much, not really, not really. It was because of their end-to-end protection. If the police or the BNI want to get it, then they have to go through a very serious level to get it. But that is difficult.
Okay. Can someone listen to my WhatsApp calls?
Yeah, why not? Person can do that through those spy apps that WhatsApp hacks. They have so many apps that can really hack WhatsApp, so they can do that through there.
What is VPN, and can the police track it?
Okay, VPN is basically virtual private network, and it's supposed to give me protection, encrypt my data so that no one can get access to it. So VPN tracking is also difficult. When you have live encrypted VPN, it's very difficult for you to track it. What they can do is they can go to your ISP. Your ISP can identify and tell them with a court order.
Okay.
Your ISP can tell
ISP
them
is Internet Service Provider.
Yes,
okay.
the Internet Service Provider.
Right, so with the court order.
With the court order, then they can tell that, oh, this guy is using a VPN from this company, maybe CyberGhost. So you can go to the CyberGhost, and based on their privacy policy, govern them if it's allowed for them to give it out. They can, but it's not. You see all the process.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
Long. Charlie, CyberGhost, what the name?
There's a VPN. There's a VPN.
Can anyone read your deleted WhatsApp messages?
Why not? With WhatsApp
What do you mean,
GB.
why not?
with WhatsApp GB, you know, the technology, even if you formatted your phone, we have software to get them back.
So somebody can read my deleted WhatsApp
yes,
messages?
if the person want to go to all that level, he can.
How can I know if someone is checking on me on WhatsApp?
That's what we've done. The WhatsApp web, if you want to get to the WhatsApp web, we check the devices logged in. If there's a device logged in there, you can check it and see. So you can see it yourself.
Jessica wants to know, if you've forgotten your PIN, how do you do your two-step verification?
If you've forgotten what?
Your PIN.
Your two-factor PIN.
Yes. So the question is, good morning, my name is Jessica. I want to know concerning security, the two-step verification, if you've forgotten your PIN, and if you have not enabled your two-factor verification, or you have forgotten your code, how do you go about it?
So that's what we said. You have to use your email to reset it.
Okay.
It's only the email that you can use to reset. So it's in our security is an option for you. So if you are doing it, you have to also find a way to remember it. It's like keeping your password. Okay. If you forget your password, what do? You reset it to your email. Okay. If you don't, then you leave it.
Okay. What a name. My name is Conflicts. Beautiful name for a breakfast show. Conflicts Darling, coming to us from Somanya. Mpope, good morning. How do you retrieve your WhatsApp account when it's hacked? All
right, so the basic steps that you can do. So this morning, when your WhatsApp is hacked, you have to know that if you have not enabled two-factor authentication and a criminal or the person who took the WhatsApp from you has enabled it, it takes 7 days to get it back. But if you have enabled the WhatsApp, it takes 24 hours to get it back. What you have to do is you uninstall WhatsApp, delete everything about WhatsApp on your phone, install it again, download it again, then go to your email and try to find this email, support@whatsapp.com. Tell them that the title, lost account or lost phone, then the body of the letter, tell them they should block that number with your country code. You put it in there, then you send it to them. So with the keywords like lost account, hacked phone, would flag your message up for them to block that account, because WhatsApp has policy that if you uninstall WhatsApp now and install it back, to do it again, it takes 24 hours. Okay, that's great. Time is not our friend right now, and there's a flood of messages coming in here. So David, let them know how they can reach you so you can consult and you can answer all of your questions. All right, so to reach me is on Instagram, all the social media handles, that's the Cyberzone GH. You can send your DM, you can send DM and message, but my telephone number to help you is 0552373603. Slowly like a presenter. Slowly. Slowly for us. 0552373603. Please do well to WhatsApp, not call. 0552373603. The call sometimes becomes too many. David Jedu, CEO of DK Cyber GH. Thank you so much. And you can watch the stream of this show again to find out what he was talking about. We are on Twitter,
We're on Instagram. We are on YouTube. I'm here live and direct in the studio, also giving you cheesy pizza. If you can just tell us what October stands for in terms of awareness. What are we celebrating? What are we marking in the month of October? If you tell me Kwame Nkrumah, you'll be in trouble. All right. I know one person who is not in trouble. She's on the other side of the studio, and at this moment she's touching her hair. But let me just let you know why she's getting ready. This show is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. My Bet Africa have got a bonus code for you. It's GTV for you to play more games, virtual soccer, and all those games you want. Join the truly Ghanaian home of betting. Now, My Bet Africa home of betting, as well as The Fabric Hub. Look for them on Instagram. They make beautiful kaftans, and they take your swag to the next level. The Fabric Hub, proud to bring you this kaftan, and I'm proud to bring you Valerie on the other side of the set. Val, take it away. I have your egg here. Do well and I'll give it to you.
Sure. Thanks, Cap. Good morning. Welcome to this side of the breakfast table. We are switching over and connecting to my colleague Jay right now, who is around the Paloma Junction. He's going to give us updates, traffic updates, what's happening and all what's not. I'm looking this beautiful thanks to Red Coating. Red Coating is on Instagram. You can find them on the Spintex Road and also in East Legon. And this show is by Kind Ketsi, a liquefied bottled water. Adonko energy drink. And then I've forgotten the other one, but hey, Shield acrylic paint, I beg your pardon, acrylic paint. And then the lifestyle segment, which comes on later on in the show, is by kindness of Airtel Tigo. We are getting ready to connect with Jay now. Jay is a Paloma, and he's giving us updates on traffic situation. Jay. Good morning, Jay.
Yes, Val, how are you doing?
I'm all right. Yes. I'm all right.
Val, good morning.
Good morning, Jay. I'm all right.
Yes, how are you doing? So I was saying earlier, this whole week, you guys have been doing something I'm not really happy about. You've been sharing pizza and no one has bothered to offer me some. So I'm praying today you can make an exception, ask me a question, let me answer, then pizza. What do you think?
Right, yeah, Jay, I'm going to ask you now. Who is the man, the name of the man who likes Mona, who is in love with Mona? What's his name? On two hearts, what's his name?
Oh, you mean Tabayoyo? Oh,
you got it, Jay.
You mean Tabayoyo. I was expecting a difficult question, but if you wanted that, I'll go with that. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Oh, so Avon Pizza. Thank you so much. I'll make my way to the studio and grab that immediately. So, this morning I'm at Paloma Junction here on the Ring Road, and we're bringing you live traffic updates. You can tell it's a brisk morning. Everybody's going about their hustle. No time to waste. Everybody's making their... And this is where we are bringing you the scenes from and all that. So earlier when we arrived this morning, the traffic lights weren't really working, so pedestrians had a tough time crossing. But fortunately, before we came on air, they started working, and then now everything is moving smoothly, except for those who are stuck in the traffic jam. You can tell it's building up for those who are coming from Circle and its environs, heading towards the central business district. They could be headed towards Kanda and anywhere else, going all the way to Osu and all that. You can tell the traffic is building up there behind me. You can tell it's free, it's steady and flowing, but you can tell later in the day there will be some form of gridlock in this area. You can tell there's a Hausa cocoa seller which is also going about her business quite smoothly and all that. You can tell people are also patronizing her goods. At the moment, you find that many people, but if you look towards Nima, you can tell for those heading towards that area, the traffic is also building up for them. They should expect some kind of gridlock. Commuters will be using this side this morning. This is what you should be expecting. And for those on the opposite side, heading towards Circle, a little bit of stop junction traffic light. And aside that, when they are heading to it's free flowing for. So in terms of traffic movement, they are fine at the moment. So even though it looks scary, they can. It's free flowing for them as well. So in terms of traffic updates, for those who are heading from this area. If you are heading from Circle to Kanda or Osu, you will be in some bit of traffic. But if you are heading from the opposite direction, going to Circle, you will be fine. Presently, there isn't that much traffic that will stop you. Perhaps if you get to Carnation, or maybe there might be traffic that will build up. But for now, you're all fine. So Val, thank you for the pizza. This has been the Rush Hour Traffic Update. My name is Jay Gabra. Back to you in the studio.
Right, that was my colleague Jay who came to us with traffic updates from the Paloma Junction. And from Paloma heading towards GBC, it's free flowing, but I can bet anything like in 15 minutes to 20 minutes, it's going to be mad rush hour. So if you haven't left home, please leave home now. You can still join us and follow us and follow the Breakfast Show on our social media handles. You can watch us while you are in the office. If you're driving, it's a no-no. You can find us GTV Breakfast. That's the hashtag to follow on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. We'll take a quick break. Before that, though, let me run you through what to expect. We still have T is sitting down today with her all-female guest to check what's happening across the headlines on the newspapers. We are also going to be keeping an eye. We're going to do a little bit graffiti in town, and then we'll have a discussion about that's what everybody's looking forward to today. A woman who has 2 wombs. You can send in your conversations and your thoughts about that one before we have her in studio. And then later on the lifestyle segment, we'll be premiering it's called something, a ratified show. And then also I'll be having a sit down with Striker de Donzi, guys. It's still GTV Breakfast. We'll take a quick break.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show.
I swore an oath on 7th January
From GBC Studio 1, this is the
Republic of Ghana, and that is exactly what I'm doing in the fight against Galamsey.
Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, 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 Galamsey, Este Ghana. Ghana, my Emrina Suo, Galamsey, SSA, Jayo, my Enkambum, Naye, my Nise, say, Jaya, Pepe. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, 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 Galamsey, Este Ghana. Galamsey, yes you are say yo. Galamsey, and forest I say yo. Galamsey, in call for ewu. Say a bunch of our bedem. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, 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 Galamsey, Este Ghana. Ye mine Ghana, yes a man in seo. Ye mine Ghana, yes a man in seo. Ye mine Ghana, yes a man in seo. Galamsey master. Galamsey master. Galamsey master. Galamsey master. Galamsey master.
I am 7 years old.
Beep, beep, beep.
Thanks for staying on. It's still Breakfast on GTV. We'll be looking into the headlines now. A quick acknowledgement to Awake Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. Special thanks to Red Cotton Clothing for my and Valerie's lovely outfits on the program this morning. Red Cotton Clothing located on the Spintex Road and also at East Legon. Get in touch with the team for ready-made African wear and it's ready to go. You'll find such designs and more. Follow them on Instagram and get interactive with their page and they will sort you out, fix you up a nice lovely outfit for any event that you may have this weekend. So Red Cotton Clothing, follow them on Instagram. At the table this morning, I've been joined from my far left. I'm having you for the first time, ma'am, Rebecca Agboga, a member of the NDC communication team. Rebecca, welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning. And our more regular panel member, Ellen Amadeko, member NPP communication team. Ellen, welcome. Hi. Beautiful as always.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I think we'll start with the daily graphic today, and it captures a story. I'm going to be biased. There's an order here, but we are going to put the woman's story first. Madam Elizabeth Saki has just been confirmed as the first female AMA boss. That story is captured on the front page of the daily graphic and it's on page 17. It talks about the voting that took place yesterday, where she got 100% of all the votes that were cast at the event that day. 30 assembly members all voting to confirm Ms. Elizabeth Saki as the new AMA boss. And if you read the story carefully, ladies, I'll come to you, you realize that even the kinds of people who attended the ceremony across the political divide, can I say is a testament to what we could possibly, if party lines were not so obvious, we could see more of in our political space. I'll start with you, Rebecca, if you don't mind.
I'll use this opportunity to greet our cherished viewers and then my party women as well. We have only one woman being affirmed now, and the whole nomination or the nominees, we had about only 15% of women.
38 out of the total number.
Yes, which is very bad. And this is our president, who is an AU gender ambassador. And we're expecting that this is a nomination where in his manifesto, there's 30% for women. So if we couldn't make it during the elections, where it's difficult to put up yourself for an election, the MPship and the rest, where you have to go for campaign, look for the monies here and there that you can't find. And here is an opportunity, a clear opportunity, to nominate us. Just nominate us. If we go out there and we are not approved, you have done your bit. But we didn't get it. And the few we get, we are just praying that all of them will be approved. He will go to the extent he went for the Ashanti region, the Kumasi guy, to be approved. He will go to that extent for us all to be approved. If we are voted no, he will drive all the way from here to wherever the woman is, just as he did in the Ashanti region, so that we'll be approved at least. Since we are not getting the 30%, at least the little he gave us, we are not going to hear that a woman nominated is voted no, and we will accept it. And Ellen, we will not accept it.
So you
set your own in this matter.
you've added your own question to make that question.
She's calling me to on top.
I was asking about whether the kind of support that she garnered from the personalities who were present. I mean, the MP for Ododo constituency, according to the story, Nante van der Poel made a very profound statement, and that's what I based my question on. He said, from today, let us take a good lesson and march forward. Let us not allow partisan politics to disrupt the kind of unity we have demonstrated here today. So that's what I was alluding to. That does it mean that we can expect more of such in the current dispensation of...
We can expect it. That's why I'm saying that if it comes to a woman, in fact, if it comes to a woman's case, men are prepared. Everybody's prepared to help. You understand? Everybody's prepared. We have this, people have this passion towards women in politics, or, I mean, trying to do things that men think they are supposed to do. So this is a clear case where everybody can come together to help her. I mean, we can say, Neil Amte can say that, okay, it's not, I'm not the one nominated him, but he's going to work with him. Okay, if the MP is an NDC person, and then this current government, which is an MPP, nominated somebody as a DCE or MMCE, you are going to work with the person. So coming together to get the person approved, I think is good. So the support, yes, that's what worked. It actually worked for her, and we are praying that the same support will work for other women in other places.
Right.
All I'm praying for is all the women that are given this little nomination that we had, we are not going to lose any of them. Okay. And then I'm also praying that the president will go the further, miles to get us all voted yes.
Okay, Ellen. So now you can jump on the train.
Good morning to you. Good morning to our viewers. On the issue of women, let me take this opportunity and congratulate my auntie, Akushika Deku. She's also the secretary to the chief of staff on her appointment to the NCA board. I am doing a public declaration and a public congratulations to Auntie Sika, because our names, apart from, of course, she deserves what she got, our names are so similar. So a lot of people think it is me. Please, it is not me. It is my auntie. Oh, yes, my father's sister. We are a family of politicians, so don't expect me to be the only Deku. I'm the visible Deku, but we have very silent Dekus also somewhere. So Auntie Sika, congratulations. You really do deserve it, and I wish you well. Now, moving forward to this Madam's issue, Madam Elizabeth Saki, I am excited because in the long history of the AMA, finally, the jinx has been broken, and we have a woman there. And I'm happy that the brothers and sisters in on the NDC side showed up. This is not the only place where they showed up. They showed up almost in every nomination, or is it approval, that they've done all over the country. I've seen my reluctant MP of Wenchi. He was also there for the nomination, 100% approval given to the new MC of Wenchi. And I'm saying reluctant because that seat, it is still paying me that he got it, but what can we do? He's still there. So he was there, fully represented himself. The MP2 for Banda was also there, or not to say because he beat us by 48 votes, but he was also there. So for a place like Wenchi and Banda, where the elections were quite close and even we had a bit of acrimony, the MPs showed up. They are giving their support 100% to the new MCs, and it is excellent. So far, apart from Auntie Elizabeth, I know some women in the northern regions. Almost all the women who were nominated in the northern regions have gone through. And those I think one was in the Bono region. She's gone through. The Bono East, I think, in Kwanzaa South, I'm yet to hear about her. I'll follow up. But coming down, the Ashanti region, everybody so far, all the women are going through. Those who are having issues are the men. Cape Coast, yesterday they couldn't. But we'll talk about that later. Let me say congratulations to all our females who have gone through. It's not easy. She was saying the president should have nominated
more women.
More women. I agree to a point. Even the nomination, look at the processes that we had to go through, and the local politics, and the sort of maneuvering and the sort of things that to be used to remove you, the women who apply. A lot of women did apply.
They did apply,
but they did not even go through the the vetting process at the constituency level for their names to even appear in front of the president to choose them. So our local politics is tough for the women. It's not just the MPship. Even going for an assemblywoman, it's not easy. To be recognized in your constituency and in your district as a politician, female politician, it is not easy. Let's remember that it is at those places that the people really do know us. They know your family history. They know all your...
closer to the grassroots at that level.
They know all your ex-boyfriends. They know all your ex-husbands. They know everything about you. So you can imagine the sort of things that are said about women that they would never say about a man.
Yeah, shaking the tables now.
Oh, you have to shake it because as much as we would want to push the president to choose the women, our names have to appear in front of him for him to choose. If right there at the local level we are being kicked out by any means possible, this is what we'll get. No, we'll still plead that the women also take an interest. A lot of my party people too were not too interested because of, as I said, the local level election. So yes, I congratulate all the women who are going through, and we pray that the rest of us are looking for other things to also get in the political space and will not be pushed out all the time.
I think I'll be back to both of you to talk more about this females in MDC's position. Right now, let's go live to the Upper East region of the country where our correspondent Samuel Ayama is standing by. He is going to talk to us about the much talked about Bolgatanga Boko Polmakum Road. So here is one of the iconic roads in the country that has gained traction a lot. Construction has started. We are told it's about 80% complete. What would it mean for people plying that route? What would it open the area up to? What are the prospects for businesses once this road is complete? We are going live to Upper East region to hear what our correspondent has to say. Sami, good morning, and how is Bolgatanga this morning?
Good morning, Selma. Bolgatanga, everything is well here in the capital. That is the capital of the Upper East region. People flying this road, commuters, drivers, are extremely happy that today they can fly this road very easy. There is no dust on the road. And the construction, as we speak, is moving on steadily. And they are all happy that they can now heave a huge sigh of relief. Those days when you are traveling to either Zebla, Congo, and all the communities along the Bolgatanga Bokopomakom highway, it has always been a serious issue. But as we speak, there is nothing of that sort. The people living along the community, like the road, the communities, the towns, they are all happy that today the road is gradually seeing the light and like it's almost completed. Only the areas left that yet to be constructed is the Black Water, where the contractors are currently there doing their best, trying their possible best to fix the road. As we speak, they are also putting themselves together to move to the White Water, the Kobori Bridge, to get that particular place to fix. I have somebody here who has been using this road for quite a long time, and he wants to share with us his take on what has happened so far concerning the construction of the Boga Boko Pomako Road. Good morning, and welcome to GBC Breakfast Show. Good morning. So tell us, what is your take on the construction of the Boga Boko Pomako Road?
So far so good. It has been a help for us for about a year ago. But for now, we are happy because we've seen the commercial work done on our route. We are residing from Bosco here. It was hell every day. Our main problem now is just the boil from the timber market to the bridge. It's a hell. If the contractor could speed up that side. I don't know if you have been there. That's our main problem. But for now, we are happy.
Okay, so what do you have to say about the speed ramp? Some community members, some people along the stretch they are complaining that lack of speed ramps is causing a needless accidents on the road.
Yeah, for sure. From the Zuarungo Secondary coming down, so far we've lost about 4 to 5 brothers. This ovens applying Pokubanga that's been held. So if they could do something about the speed ramps to it would be good for us.
Okay.
But the speed ramps.
What message have you got for those using the road now that there is no speed ramps?
I think we should be careful. Speeding sometimes causes those accidents, and if we are very careful in the way we apply the road, we will minimize the accident.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we would like to thank our viewers and also follow up to the other areas where the construction is currently ongoing, and then keep our viewers and our listeners updated in our subsequent lessons. Particularly in 2 o'clock news, we will be engaging the resident engineer on this particular project.
Thank you so much, Ayama, for those live details from Bolgatanga in the Upper East region. So we just went live to Upper East. We've crossed country and we got you scenes from that Boko Pomakom Road that starts from Bolgatanga, goes through Bolgatanga, through Boko, and then ends in Pomakom. Samuel Ayama telling us that the residents are happy that finally the stress of plying that road has been taken away, travel time has been reduced, and the economic prospects have been boosted enormously, and they're expressing excitement to see the final end of that project. Samuel Ayama, thank you so much. We are grateful for those details. Back in studio, Ellen Amadeko, an NPP communication team member, and Rebecca Agboga, NDC communication team member, in the studio. We are looking at the top stories in the newspapers, and we've started with the confirmation of the nomination of Ms. Elizabeth Saki as AMA boss, the first woman to hold the position in Accra, and both guests have had a bite on this. You've expressed the desire that the president would have nominated more. Ellen says it's difficult for women in politics, and so sometimes even if they wanted to, the circumstances just makes it practically impossible, because men do not have to catch the kind of there's a word, but I don't
no, but what happened is the president nominated people that did not even go through the vetting and things.
On what do you have evidence of that?
I know, but some people were nominated, but all those who were, there were a bit of issues. Some were former, like the sitting MMDCs, and most of these were consultations with the regional people. That's what I'm trying to say. That they should push us at the regional and the constituency levels.
Yes.
And when it gets to the president, he would always pick a woman over a man. That one I'm assured of it. But then for your people to agree,
yes,
as much as possible, the president wants people who would not go and be rejected.
No, do you know? There's one more.
He's also doing a lot of calculations.
9 months that they were doing background works. Okay, if they're doing the background works and they really wanted to give us that 30%, they can still look for the women. You understand? They can still ask the chiefs. They can. I mean, the village I come from, there are a lot of women there. MPP women, NDC women are there. They can ask, if it comes to ways, ask the chiefs to give us some women to try.
Are you forgetting that we have to vote?
Yes.
So if the people who will vote are not interested,
even they are rejecting some of the men.
That is
so
what
if we are many, let's say we are 40% and 10% is rejected, we'll still get our 30. Anyway,
whenever you do come to power, you can do that.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate the women that has gone through. Even Biakuye, there was a woman that it's big,
my lawyer,
and she's gone through. Yes. And that place is don't forget that we will say that the district should be the assemblymen, although assembly is not a partisan thing, but we can smell NDC more there. But she's gone through with 100%. So you see,
I don't see. You are telling me.
We see. We can come together and do good things when we want to do.
I can appreciate that fact, but let's bring this home.
Help her congratulate Kiki.
Okay.
I mean, she's also one of very, 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 very active MPP women in the Volta those days. Now in Oti region. She's also loyal. You know, loyal ladies, anything got to do with NPP loyal ladies.
Oti region where there's still people who don't have a representation.
Oh yes, that's why they'll sort it out.
Yes.
So
let's bring
congratulations.
Yes,
and
they are not even going to have.
Please allow me and let me congratulate my Kiki, please.
They are not even going to have a DC now.
Let's bring this home. So we are talking about an AMA boss who is coming into a position at a time when the area size or the scope of the territories that she overlooks have been greatly reduced over the years as compared to the jurisdiction of previous mayors of Accra, as we've come to call them. What does she bring to the table? Does the fact that she's a woman put her in any better stead than those who have come before her when it comes to the challenges that she is likely to confront in her position, Rebecca?
The challenges will be more, actually, because it's going to be like, it's going to work with a lot of men in the office, and she has to put her woman game up, because at home, we will say that the women, they manage home better. So we're expecting that she will bring her managerial skills up. Okay. And since the jurisdiction is smaller, it should be able to do it differently for people to know that now that, I think this is the first time a woman is occupying that position in that office. So now that a woman has occupied the position, things changed.
Okay. So she's talking, Rebecca is talking about a change that only a woman can bring. Do you share that position as well? Could it be that, or is it an opportunity for her to, as I'm sure you would agree, to show that a woman may do better if given the opportunity? And let's do this quickly because there are other topics I want us to.
Aunt Elizabeth is the best placed person to do this job. You know, she's been MP before, right here in Greater Accra. She's been deputy minister. And now she's AMA boss. Even though the size of the assembly has reduced, I think even if you say more hands-on, like the place is smaller now, so now she has to really deal with, I think her area covers the pure Gamashing area. And she has a lot of things to do there. There are a lot of women who need to be brought into the whole decision-making fray of the assembly and everything. And so she has a lot of work to do. But I think she's the best placed person now to do it because of her experience. I would really be disappointed if she doesn't bring in all her experience over these years as an MP, as a deputy minister for the same area. I expect her to do very well. And I expect her to also work with the regional minister who has
make a crowd work campaign.
My all-time crush for this year. He's done so well, and so she should work hand in hand with him to make sure that we get. Accra becomes Accra. It's a capital city.
That actually works.
You know, it has to work.
So we are talking about making the national capital at par, bringing it at par with other national capitals in the world. But another thing that has dominated headlines this week is the anti-LGBTQI plus. It's a lot of alphabets. So the Daily Graphic is carrying a story this morning on page 16. More thorough support behind all those alphabets plus bill. More religious organizations have thrown their weight behind the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill. And the latest to join the call, they are the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, GCBC, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, PCG, and the Coalition of Muslim Organizations, Ghana, COMOG. And the groups are unanimous in their submissions that under no circumstances should the country entertain the activities of lesbians, gays, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex plus groups. So lots of alphabets, so many more missing in here. And let me just quickly issue a disclaimer. The views expressed by persons on this panel, on GBC, on any of our programs, represent their views and not that of GBC. So we give people the platform to express their views because there's freedom of expression and to add to public discourse, but they do not necessarily mean that GBC shares those views. So I'll come to you. I'll start with you this time, Ellen. Where do you think we are with the whole argument of human rights against choices, and then where are we when it comes to, should we police people's love lives, or should we regulate people's choices when it comes to their personal lives?
My opinion on this is simple. I might have the urge and the verve to steal. I'm not saying I am a thief, but I might have it. Can I come and steal your clothing and your jewelry and your everything because I feel like stealing? That is why
it's there to give you more.
I like it. I don't want to buy. It is an antisocial behavior. It is a deviant behavior. That is why there are laws against stealing. The fact that there are laws against stealing doesn't mean that those of us who feel like stealing do not feel like stealing. We feel like it. But because we know when we go and steal, you send us to jail, we will not steal. Or we'll be very circumspect in our stealing so that you don't catch us. It is the
11th commandment.
Yes, it is the same thing with this LGBT thing. I see it as a weakness in a character like every one of us have. We are all human beings. We are not perfect. So yours might be stealing. Yours is somebody else's is lesbianism. Somebody else's is adultery. Somebody else. Everybody have their own. But the fact that you have it does not mean that you want us to legalize it and make it okay for everybody to go around stealing because you feel like stealing. We have is it a CDD report that said 95% of Ghanaians do not even want to listen to this matter. They don't want to hear it. It is not something that we are interested in putting our society through. Why wouldn't they take this LGBTQWS nonsense, with all due respect, to the Arab countries? The Arabs don't drink. It is their official rule that no alcohol is sold there. If you want to drink alcohol, you know where you can get your alcohol and drink. You will not dare go to any Arab country and go and tell them that it is somebody's human right to drink, so start selling drinks openly. It is the same thing. We are not saying that these people do not exist. Neither are we saying that they are not doing what they are doing. Neither are we saying that some of us hate them because they are doing what they are doing. We don't care. What we don't want to see is you bringing it out and telling me that I should tolerate your deviancy. Why should I?
Rebecca?
Keep it under wraps. Keep it in your bedroom. I'm not interested. Why should my sons, I have 2 sons, see that it is normal for a man to marry a man when that is not it?
But if they make a choice?
That is their choice. They are not forcing you to acknowledge that choice. And that is what we are trying to say. That
are these groups not basically just asking for a respect of their choices?
And I said we can make a group of armed robbers and say that we also want to be recognized as armed robbers. What about that?
There are some who have argued that the religious groups have taken an entrenched position, and it does
by their doctrines, that is what they are supposed to do. Yes. You can't blame them for also choosing their entrenched position. It is their right to choose it. Just like how it is your right to sleep with a man. You think it is your right. Take it. Our point is, as much as you want to, you can sleep with a man, you can sleep with an object, you can sleep with an animal. It is your cup of tea. Don't bring it to my face.
Strong opinions there. And you are just making affirmatory gestures in strong support of what she's saying?
Yes, because I don't understand how people would say they are against this bill. Anyway, in any country or any society there are parents, but this is the time for the president to make his decision. You know, second chances are hard to come by.
Is not a president, it's with parliament.
Wait.
Nobody has sent anything to the president.
I mean, he has a second chance. His first chance was when he was interviewed on the issue, and he said it's bound to happen. Now, he has a second chance. For us to see,
if my memory serves me correctly, the president at the time, I think he said that it's about activism, and every social change that has come about has been because people have actively pursued it and they have caused the change to happen. So if those things were to happen, then that change was likely. But if those things did not happen, then it would not happen.
I'm not sure that the things you said right now are the right words to use.
I'm just paraphrasing. I'm trying to remember.
So what made the waves that time? What made the waves? What was on the social media?
Was the possibility
that he introduced. Yes, that was what. And now the chance has come again for him to clear the air. You know, his stance right now would tell us
what he actually meant at that time. Because when after the interview, the people came to say that's not what he meant. And other people also said, no, this is what, but the chance has come again for him to stand. The stand he takes right now.
But does it matter what the president may or may not want personally? Isn't it a decision that the country has to make collectively?
If what the president wants or may not want don't have anything to do with the decisions, what he said that day at that interview shouldn't make any waves anyway, or nobody should take a portion of what he said. Do you remember what actually happened in this country that time? It was everywhere, because we think that this is what the president have. It's like we all put our trust in the president, and whatever he says, we try to take it. We try to take it seriously. So we would say that this is the time again for us to see either you will be with the same people in the country who are saying that this bill should be passed. 7% of the people cannot make a decision for the nation, and they are like, just as Helen said, how can you bring what you feel like doing to us and say that, yes, I feel like robbing you, I feel like raping you right now, so I'm going to rape you here in the studio, and everybody should say, yes, it's my right. Okay, it's not the best. It's not the best. So I'll go with the same ones. The Bible is against it. The Quran is against it. Even our traditional belief.
The Bible is also against premarital sex.
Yes.
It's also against stealing.
Yes.
It's also against lying, envy, covetousness, and drunkenness.
Yes. Are we legalizing?
So it's a whole list. It's a whole list of things that the religious books are against. But people still engage in them, and it's not illegal to feel envious of someone.
But
it's not illegal.
You don't even
to
show
drink.
it. If you are envious of someone, you don't even show it to the extent that maybe when you kill the person, and when you kill the person because you are envious of the person, you get arrested.
Yes,
and jailed.
Because there are laws against murder, but there are no laws against drinking Hennessy.
That's why so like on your studio right now, if I said I feel like drinking Hennessy, would you give it to me?
Because there's no law against drinking Hennessy.
No, like I bring a bottle of Hennessy here.
Do you handle your drink well is the question my producer would ask.
You see?
So if you handle your drink well, we can bring you a bottle. I'm sure we can find somewhere here.
Let them handle whatever they want to do well. So
I just brought this in not to trivialize the points that we are making, because I think that it's an important
even in the Bible, the list
the religious books are also against so many things people do anyway.
The list you gave. No country or a city was destroyed because of those things that you listed. But in the Bible, the one I read, because of this LGBT whatever, Sodom was destroyed. Remember Sodom and Gomorrah? Did you read anything like that?
I did. Yes. I did. I do have a Bible. Recently, I did something really
so
crazy.
Quran also. Traditional believers that will say that they don't have anything. They are against it. You don't even mention it before them.
But you see, the question people ask is, I'm glad you're interjecting, Ellen, because I'm sure you have quite a bit to say about this. For those who think the LGBTQI plus community has a fair point, they ask the rest of the population a question that on what moral authority do you sit to determine somebody's right as immoral when in your private life, in my private life, I may be making choices, I may be making decisions that are also could be interpreted or misinterpreted as immoral. So if it's all about immorality, then let's all be immoral together. So it's a question people have asked. Maybe a quick one, then I'll come to you.
Yes. Have you heard of the teacher sodomizing his student recently?
But those are two things involved here. Listen, I'm not trying to say that I am personally in support. I'm just presenting argument as I've heard it from the other side. So you're talking about a teacher sodomizing a student. Sodomy is a crime in this country, and consent is an issue. But in the case of LGBTQI, it's not about consent. if two people choose and agree to be with each other, regardless of their sexes, they want the right to be able to make a choice.
Teacher, why is the consent?
There's no consent between a minor and an adult in a sexual relationship.
Yes.
That has been legislated. There's a legislation against that. What the argument for the LGBT I'm bringing before you is saying is we should not give a blanket statement to say you can only love a member of this sex if you are that sex. Mind you, there are people who do not even belong to male or female, and it's medically proven. A young lady recently shared her story. I watched a story on one of the sister stations, and because she was born with two genitalia, male and a female genitalia, she does not have a sex. So people are asking, and I'm just presenting the arguments, that is it a fair point to say we are all immoral? So if it's the morality argument, let's set it aside and let's bring something else on board. Is that fair, Ellen?
No, it's not fair.
Okay.
As I said earlier, you might have your vices, and we are all human beings. We all do have vices. None of us is asking for our vices to be legalized. That's why I stand.
But okay.
That is all I stand. Nobody is stopping you from feeling what you are feeling. Nobody is stopping you from engaging in what you want to engage. Our problem is, those of us who are against this whole thing, is that don't bring it up that it should be legalized.
It should be legalized. Yeah, a few comments. Let me just...
And then the second one about the bill as it is. Some people are also asking that parts of the bill be changed. Because some of the parts of it say that if I know about it and I don't even report it, it's a crime. And those are some of the aspects that the human rights aspects come in a bit. Because if you are sitting in your bedroom doing something and I live in the same house with you, and you are arrested for doing it, why must I, who is a co-tenant, also go through that same process of being arrested? Those ones, yes, I agree that the bill needs to be tweaked a bit. But to throw it all out and say we are agreeing to the one they are also introducing, that it should be legalized. Why should your vice be legalized?
A few of your comments, you can send them into our WhatsApp number 055-55-61034. You can also reach us on our social media streams. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also leave your comment across social media using the hashtag GTV Breakfast. A few of them, the woman in the cover dress has really made my day. She dealt with the LGBTQI issue correctly, and I've fallen in love with her submission. Regional Secretary NPP Accra, please tell the other lady to take the president out of that. He has condemned it severally, and don't pretend he hasn't spoken against it as president. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will forever be against it. Thanks. So your comment. Here is another one. A majority of we Ghanaians are in support of LGBTQI. Those who want it are not in support. I think you want to say those who want it should have within themselves. No Northerner is in support of that. It shouldn't be legalized in Ghana. Even animals are not doing this. Why should we human beings practice that? And that's from Bazindima. Thank you for sending us your impressions. And like I said, comments and expressions revealed or made on the program or any GBC program represents those of the people who made them, not those of GBC. So it's quite a controversial topic, and you two seem to be on the same page.
I don't know why it should be controversial. At least CGD has done us a favor by asking a sample of Ghanaians what they think about it, and they said 95% of them are not in agreement. The president has said that, and he has said it over and over again, that whilst he is president, it ain't happening. He has 3 more years to go. When he is gone, and the next president who comes wants to entertain such things, they can entertain it. In this present furore, I can confidently say the president is not in any way linked to it. It is a bill that has been sent to Parliament, and it is the duty of Parliament to either reject it or accept it. And from the CPD report and a few other pointers I have picked, I think it would be detrimental for any parliamentarian in Ghana now to go and vote yes. I said it on the sister station, and I'm saying it here again. If you go, I think it should be an open vote. This should never be a secret vote. We should vote so that, like how happens in other jurisdictions, we all know who our parliamentarians are and what they stand for. Because knowing how things are going, some people can be screaming all they want. We will not agree, but they will still go and vote and agree. So it should be open, so that we scrutinize it. MPA, you voted yes. Explain to us why you voted yes. MPB, you voted no. Why? And if your constituents do not agree with you, we'll come together and we'll impeach you and we'll go for a by-election. This one, I think it is something we should open up so that people are truthful with their opinions, because I know there are some people going around screaming all that they are screaming. We won't agree, but when it comes to a secret ballot, they will go and vote for it. So this one should be an open
party whipping.
Look,
for that
I
election.
am so passionate about this because,
and
I'll
give you a few more minutes.
I have 2 children, but
I'll give you a few more minutes
out in the public space where we want our children to know it is okay. It is not okay. I want grandchildren when I grow old.
I'll give you the opportunity to make those points again when we return. Right now we are out and about, and my colleague Valerie is standing by to give us some more traffic updates. But some of your comments are quite interesting. Engineer Owusu Akwa, ladies, great work. Well done. Those LGBTQ plus thing, tell them that we Ghanaians hate this behavior. It is foreign to our culture. Madam, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for sending those messages to us. Oh, let's get with Val and see where the traffic is, and then I'll come back to my ladies so we can explore this topic and others a bit more. And Val?
Yes, T. Thank you. Well, we are not rational like T said. We are keeping an eye. You guys remember when you're coming down from 37 heading towards Accra Central, towards the National Theatre area, you realize that a few years back, almost all the walls were defaced with posters. Politicians putting up their posters, pastors putting up their posters. But then now you can see that there's a transformation. When you drive along that route, there's beautiful art everywhere. And that's what we are looking at now. We are looking at art, Accra Beautification Project, and we are keeping an eye with Jay, my colleague now, who is somewhere. We are going to find out where he is. Oh, there he is. Yes, Jay, I see beautiful graffiti behind you. You're live, Jay.
Thank you so much, Valerie. Good morning once again and welcome. So let's get this. In the old age, black was not counted fair, or if it were, it bore not beauty's name. But now it's black beauty's successive hair and beauty slandered with a bastard shade. For since each one has put on nature's power, fairing the far with art's false borrowed face, sweet beauty has no name, no holy bar, but is profaned, if not, lives in disgrace. Therefore my mistress's eyes are waving black, her eyes so suited that the mourners seem, as such who, born not fair, no beauty lack, slandering creation with a false esteem. Yes, so they mourn, becoming of the world that every tongue says beauty should look so. And that is a beauty, ain't she? This artwork you're seeing behind me is by kind courtesy of Mo Awudu, the artist. And today we're focusing on art in and around the capital. You know, for a few months now, the research team and I, we've noticed that a lot of these murals keep popping up. So we've managed to fish out one of the artists, and we said, today we would like to speak to one of him and find out they are playing their part in beautifying this city of ours. So the effort you see behind me was done by Mo Awudu. I would like to invite him so that he can share his mind with his creative process with us and how long exactly it took him to do this process. So Mo, please join me here. Yeah, so we're somewhere around the VIP station, the Awudoma area, here in the circle. And so this is where we are bringing you Keep an Eye from this morning. Art is indeed beautiful. Good morning, sir. Thank you for speaking with us.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming here to cover this awareness.
Thank you so much. So, first of all, I'd just like to ask how long did it take you to do a piece such as this?
Yeah, it's 10 days. It took us 10 days. 4 artists, 3 guys, one lady. We did this artwork. Ian Kwachi, last 2 Japa, Matilda, and Evan from Liberia. So we are a group of artists. We call ourselves the Ghana Graffiti Arts Group, where we take these public murals. So I think for the past 2 years or 3 years, you can see there's a change in Accra, on the street of Accra, and the government, the mayor of Accra, Honorable Mohamed Aji Sowa, has given artists opportunity do artwork, public artwork around the, so you can see around Tetekwashi, Akwaji, Tesano, Achimota. Is because of this guy, and I like to take this opportunity to say thank you for this guy for making these things happen. Yeah.
And we also thank you for this art because it's nice to see this kind of art uplifting the souls of people who live in Accra at the moment. So what inspired this piece? Was it an original idea or somebody suggested you come up with something? How did it happen?
Yeah, actually, as an artist, it's our social responsibility, like a media, to bring information out about awareness about our culture. So this is an artwork commissioned by UNESCO Ghana and partner with AME Accra for Art Project. So it's a commission that they told us they wanted us to work on migration, not just migration, but how to empower the young youth in media to bring the right information to the youth in West Africa about illegal migration and regular migration. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I see that's what it's depicted all over the world. In the beginning, I can see you go to the. It's where is that where the embassy is supposed to be? Or
yeah, I think for me, I think I've been I had an experience like 20 years back when I wanted to go to Libya, and I don't know what came over me, and I returned back from Boko. I returned back from Boko, so I think I lost a lot of friends through going to Libya and Morocco. So I think when they bring out this subject, it's something that is personal, that I share the same experience, and a lot of people don't even know much about what is happening, and a lot of media guys don't get access or funding to go out there and bring information about things going to the desert or the forests around Brazil and Morocco to Spain, where people try to cross the sea to Europe, and people lost life. People come back, how do you call it, with injured, they lose their mind, and so it's like it's a great subject that I love to work around. Yeah.
Thank you so much for not migrating, especially in that manner. So we are wrapping up the conversation, and I just want to say, what do you have to say to artists who are out there who also want to bring up their crafts? Would you say Ghanaian artists are picking up, or is something they should forget about? What would you like to say?
Yeah, I think now the Ghanaian art, both the streets and the contemporary gallery art, is on top, and I think I'm one of the top artists here in Africa now. Not just in Africa, I work in 6 continents around the world doing this kind of project, and I think it's booming. I'm one of the artists that started Chalewati. I work there. I make sure the festival is there now and is going to be there for a long time, for 10 years, which is an accomplishment that I did, and so and together with the mayor of Accra, he see what we are doing. He gave us an opportunity. So artists, people like Amaku Buafu, Otis, Kosibuchi are doing good at the galleries now. Amaku Buafu is the toppest artist, not just the black artist, is the biggest artist around the world now, and he's a Ghanaian. But I don't think I see him on media now because he's the top.
Now that you have told us, we'll do our best because at the moment we don't really have much. So thank you so much for speaking to us. Yeah. And Val, I just want to say one last word before we come to you in the studio. You can't spell earth without art. So take it away. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay. You cannot spell earth without art. So if you're driving along and you see the beautiful graffiti on our walls, remember it's by the Ghana Graffiti Art Group, and our colleague Jay just spoke to them. Remember, it's still GTV Breakfast. That's the hashtag to follow. We are on all our social media handles: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And that's it, guys. I'm handing over to T and the ladies who are discussing what's trending across our headlines this morning. Over to you, T.
Thank you, Val. You look fantastic in your red cotton clothes, and follow them on Instagram. I keep saying red cotton clothing. Instagram, they are located on the Spintex Road and also at East Legon. So follow them on Instagram, get their contacts, get in touch and get something nice for yourself. Other sponsors: Awake Mineral Water, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, and Shield Acrylic Paint. Also mybet.africa.com. You can play games so that you do not get bored. You know the devil finds with idle hands, so get busy. Do not be bored at all. Play games on mybet.africa. Enter the code GTV and you get a bonus to play even more games. You get 100% money back guaranteed to you if you lose your first bet. Mybet.africa is a truly Ghanaian home of betting. Mybet.africa, the home of betting. And still at the table, Ellen and Rebecca are here. We are analyzing the stories in the papers. I wonder if they'll have anything to say about the art on the walls on those ones. But we were having a heated discussion on the LGBTQ plus with all the alphabets that come with it. And a few of your comments, and I've invited you to share them with us across our social media platforms and on WhatsApp. Sex is very sacred and must not be treated as something common. It is the reproduction of the human race and not just an intimacy that goes on between two people. That is why a legal consent is always established before entertained. So that's someone's opinion. You didn't tell us your name. Here's one. The more we discuss this LGBTQ plus thing, the more we make them popular. I totally agree with Ellen. Open vote, great idea. Open vote. This is like party whipping. Albert from Sunyai is saying, I just can't fathom why a man or a woman with the Spirit of God, which God said, go and multiply. And then one will say, I am interested in marrying to my rice cooker. And she's put rice cooker in quotes. Is this one human? To be honest, I see these people. Don't use those words because not even animals will agree to. Those are your opinions, Albert. Thank you for sending them to us. I'm Ras watching from Agonas Radio, and either bill or no bill, we are born from black womb to say LGBTQ won't have space in Ghana. Thank you. So many comments coming on why do Ghanaians waste time discussing things that our culture does not entertain, making it popular. If something is not good, let's say it and stop preaching it. We don't like LGBTQ+, so Ghanaians should stop talking about it. My name is Kaku. Please read my message. I have read your message. Those are your opinions. Thank you very much. Last one I'll share here. I blame public display of affection, PDA, for all these LGBTQ stuff. For if they didn't see this immoral act, they wouldn't even be talking about it. Animals do PDA, but you never see them do gay stuff. And this is Eddie from Phoenix. Eddie Phoenix, thank you for sending that message. And I've said opinions expressed represents those people's opinions, not that of GBC. And I'll come back to you. I want us to move on. So I'll give you 1 minute each on this one, and then we go to the next topic. Rebecca.
Yes, this bill must be passed, and then I would say that the parliamentarian should not politicize this bill. They normally come together on certain issues and vote yes to it, all of them. This should be one of them. And as Helen said, open voting. They should vote and show it to us. We elected them there. We voted them there. We want to know what they vote on this very issue. So after they should vote, and not only the party, the whips would say it. We all want to see what they voted. We all want to see who we act to represent us in Parliament. We all want to see how he's handling our views in Parliament. At least for once, we are going to know if he's actually thinking of us or he's thinking about himself or whatever. This one that they are all shouting yes, yes, before we realize we pass back door and go and vote us out. We don't want it. We want to see
Rebecca's views. Ellen, your final touch on this, and then.
Well, my final touch on all this is that you have a right to your feelings. You have a right to your vices.
Because the bill actually says it is not right to subject homosexuals to any form. The argument the church is making, the Catholic Church is saying, it's not right to subject homosexuals to any form of harassment simply because of their sexual orientation.
That's what I'm saying.
And so the respect for human dignity.
They have a right to everything that they want to do, including their right to sleep with their fellow man or woman. That's their right. I also have a right as a citizen of Ghana and as a human being not to see what you are doing. So don't come put it in my face by sending it into Parliament and telling me that I should legalize it. So me too, I want to steal. Legalize stealing and let me steal. As it is now, as I said, some tweaking needs to be done. When they are done with the tweaking, they are not just going to vote yes for us to show it to the party whip. So all of them, every single MP is on Facebook. The media people have been spreading everything that they are doing all over the place. They should take a shot of their yes or no and put it on their Facebook pages.
So we can count from there.
And GBC should be there. When they are voting, GBC should be there. Taking live feed.
Yes.
The final newspaper.
We are saying it because you are people, we know you. You be clean. No, we agree. We vote yes. By the time we go and come back.
So it means the argument that you are even making, you are afraid that you may lose.
That is why we want an
Okay, the final newspaper has a story.
Yes, or you vote no against this one, then we know. We're going to campaign against you. Me, I'll be a chief campaigner. I'll go to your constituency.
Final comment here from
if we or something go to the constituency against the country.
Final comment on this from one of our viewers. In fact, those practicing that, I won't say the word you used, don't even want their children and families to get into it. Why then are we discussing the hyping of it rather than making it, rather making it to gain ground? Even animals don't sleep with their own sex. Are those involved like thinking to animals? I mean, those are your impressions, and thank you for sending them to us. The final newspaper is carrying a very disturbing story about the number of people we've lost to accidents, and it says 2,126 killed in 9 months. So from the start of the year, so we're still over, I think, 1,010 maybe, the last I checked. So over 2,000 people killed to accidents, and the story is captured on page 2. A few of the details: 1,751 males killed, 375 females, 607 of those killed were pedestrians, 1,551 pedestrians were injured, 912 killed by motorcycles, 3,553 injured by motorcycles, 725 killed by commercial vehicles, over 5,000 injured by commercial vehicles, and then other private vehicles also recorded numbers. We are talking about 20,225 vehicles involved in all these crashes, and motorcycles have the highest number. Ashanti region tops the chart with 423 deaths, and Accra leads the breakdown of pedestrian deaths when it comes to accidents on our roads. And these are provisional figures provided by the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service. And so that's the number of people that have been killed in traffic crashes for the first 9 months of the year. It's an increase of 16.37% compared to the same period last year. One statistics, Rebecca, I think you would agree that these numbers are frightening.
Yeah, very much. And then these motorbikes, I don't know what to say. It looks as if the riders have 2 lives and they decide to play with one. And anytime I'm driving, I was like, don't come and play with your life with me. Just do it somewhere else. Because the way they would cross you, the way they would pass you, as if they don't care dying. You know, can you imagine? I was trying to turn, and then one hit my back, and he was angry.
And the traffic rule is, if you hit someone's back, you are at fault.
He was rather angry. And he was shouting, speaking northern language. And I was like, seriously? So you can imagine when they have, with the speed, they don't even watch out. And
can we even do anything about this, Ellen? And I know that there's not much we can say to make any reason or to find a justification for these numbers. But can we do anything? Is there more we can do?
Yeah, we started doing something. I think so. They were checking the riders with helmets, with the proper registration of the bikes, and we can do more.
Okay.
You can do more. Then there are some commercial vehicles that are not supposed to be on the road, actually. If you look at some of the commercial vehicles, you'll be like, is this people going to carry people into the sky?
Okay, let's pick Ellen's thoughts on this, and then
because you don't have time.
Yes, because there's a
you targeted so much. We don't get the full 1 hour.
Yeah.
This accident.
We started at 7. It's 8:07 now.
But
we took a 5-minute break for traffic. Keep an eye.
You let me talk about the accident.
Okay.
In the last 4 years, I have been driving, sometimes by myself, sometimes in the bus, across Ghana. I move from Accra, I go to the Bunu regions. I move to Accra, I go to the Northern regions. And I've driven at night. One of my worst experiences ever. I'll never do it again for as long as I live. Driving from Wenchi to Accra. I left at 2 p.m. from Wenchi. I got to Accra around 10 p.m. So I drove in the night. And the experience I had was so horrible. All these trucks, the college trucks, the buses, they all have these LED lights. The very, very bright white lights. My dear. And even when they give you the dim, the small ones.
It's blinding.
It's blinding. And look at this Accra Kumasi road. Kumasi Techiman Tamale. And we do this to ourselves. I just saw yesterday that the National Road Safety Commission has started going around. When they meet you, they will force you and take it off. They've started doing it.
Those
which I think is excellent, because that is part of the reasons why we're having the accidents so much in the night.
In the night.
People were blinded. They simply didn't see. So these are for the main roads. But when you come to the motorcycles and the pedestrian ones, it is irresponsibility, indiscipline, and lack of respect for traffic rules. I don't know how these people, especially those on the motorbikes, I don't know how they get their licenses. Or I think it is so easy to get a motorbike, so you just get it and you hop on it. A lot of them do not have any idea about traffic rules. How many of them do you see them stopping at red lights? How many of them haven't been killed because they are crossing red lights? Then another danger is those pragia, the yellow ones, that we are having underage children. When you go to some of the towns, and I'm talking about Brekumu and Techiman, that is where I have lived in the last week.
They are in Pokwase on the Maira stretch.
We have 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds driving those ones, and they feel that they are also drivers. And they compete with you on the road. Then you come to those who carry the load. What is their name? Abuboya. Another menace, especially on the motorway.
So what more can we do?
So as for the death,
we can do.
But
the numbers.
We are going to continue to die until we as citizens decide to be responsible. All of us, whilst we are pushing the regulatory bodies who are in charge of this to do their work, we as citizens have to be very, very responsible. How do you allow your 15-year-old, 12-year-old to go sit in Pragia and go and work and bring you money? The HIV statistics that came out last week, I heard the boss of the Ghana AIDS committee saying that because these boys are getting so much money, they are even using Indomine to give to the small girls, and the small girls are picking the HIV from the older men and they are giving it to our sons. So it is interlinked. It is a social vice, and I just don't know, because we can be talking about this next year. We'll come and we'll talk about the same matter.
Ladies, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. It's always a stimulating conversation when I have the women sit with me on Fridays on the headlines segment. I'll be doing this with Ellen Amadeko, my immediate left, member NPP communication team. Thank you, Ellen, once again for coming. Someone said they love your haircut, but I'll show you the message when the cameras go off. And Rebecca Agboga, member NDC communication team. Thank you, Rebecca. And I've sat with you for the first time. I hope you've had a swell time at the table. Thank you for sending your thoughts and questions and comments and impressions and your suggestions to us. Keep doing that, and we will keep reading them to you to encourage a healthy discourse. You're watching Breakfast on GTV. Val is standing by with more from her Traffic Watch and a Keep an Eye segment, and I'll go over to her now. Val?
Thank you, T. And so we are connecting with my colleague Alan. Alan is around the Awoshi Onyinase Road area. He's going to give us, we're keeping an eye, so we are connecting with Alan now to find out what he has in store for us. We'll be connecting with him soon. Alan, you can be getting ready now. You're live and piping hot. So that's Alan. Alan, what can you report?
Hi, good morning Valerie, and good morning to Ghana. Welcome to #GTV Breakfast. I'm coming to you live from the Awoshi Onyinase road. This road is strategic to minimizing or reducing traffic on the main Awoshi Odoko Anya highway onto the N1, and then those going towards Accra could go right. If this road had been any good, it would mean that they would not have to drive all the way to the main Awoshi N1 junction or intersection, only to turn right and hit the N1 to head towards Malam Junction or Malam Market, and then join the main Kasua Odoko Highway towards the Accra Business Central District. This road is in such a deplorable state, such that drivers or commuters who ply this road would tell you that the only way you can drive on this road is to keep below 10 miles per hour or go using your clutch and your accelerator. That is if you're driving a manual car. That is the only way. The road is like the proverbial draft. You cannot drive straight. You have to do a checker drive, so a zigzag, in order to get. If you can see those commuters coming from behind me, what you'd realize is every one of them is coming in ever so slow and ever so majestically. It is not because they're not in a hurry, but this 2-kilometer road is in a deplorable state. This will provide a good traffic exit, 5-10 minutes, and you're on the Malam side of the road, and then you join the main Kasua Odoko highway and you'll be gone. But because of the nature of the road, commuters will have to spend as much as 25 minutes to drive a 5-minute road. They do 25 minutes in order to get to the other side. I have spoken to a few of the residents who are on this road and also who have businesses along the road. And one of them has agreed to speak to us, Mr. William Thompson, his name is. I'm going to bring him on, and then he is going to join us to speak to the issues on this road. So if you join me this way, good morning and thank you for joining us, Mr. Thompson.
Good morning.
Mr. Thompson, how long have you lived on this road?
6 years.
In the 6 years you've been on this road, what would you say has been the nature of the road?
It's rather getting from bad to worse, day in, day out. We've had meetings as concerned residents of this area with assemblyman and constituency chairman of the ruling party. And from the way things are going, I don't think that this road will be fixed anytime soon. I was particularly sad when I listened to my MP on one of your programs 2 days back or 3 days back, remarked that he does not fix roads. I remember the promises he gave us before the election. And I'm only hoping that in 2024, he will not come back asking us to vote for him. Because he does not fix road, and I don't know what he's doing for this community. We are really tired. Most of our residents are being attacked early in the morning, especially the women.
Mr. Thompson, a fellow resident who spoke to us earlier on said he took the trouble upon himself to somehow get this road fixed, but then he was stopped. What has been his behavior since this stop?
Well, he's been a bit of a passive resident now, because he tried to help, but before the election he was asked to stop. He was asked to stop. So now, even when we call for meetings, he does not come to the meetings. We are trying to talk to him behind closed doors to get him back, so that the little that he can offer, he will do it for the people in this community. Now, this is a very strategic road.
It is.
Those going to Pokwasi from Kasua and other areas, this is the link that makes the journey shorter for them. And that, the same those coming from Pokwasi and other areas.
So at least it will ease the traffic on the main road. It's not just for the residents. Every day you have close to about 150.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. As we speak, I see a few of the taxi drivers who ply this road gathering behind us. If you can see people gather in the shots behind me, these are taxi drivers whose station is not far from where we're currently located. Since he's mentioned he was in our studios a few days ago, I'm sure viewers can put two and two together and would be able to figure out who it is. Now, I'm going to bring on another commuter who's just stopped, a taxi driver. He's just stopped and wants to speak to us. And also, there's another driver. Let me try and cross and meet him. He's also offered to speak to us to tell us what the situation is to his car. Boss, Mbacha morning.
Good morning.
Mpacho ati saying.
Nyame adom ho ye.
Mpacho kwan we emprodro say na afaso.
Me pocho almost every day me faso because me mako school ahanti be see omo de bia.
Na unam kwan we so akwan ben so na ha okay.
Me pocho. Ene dem sem bebre. Look at the road. The bia obeto shocks. The bia wan to shocks o has o pathway obeto for. And me what is going on here? Say me who say onyina se ha say I just don't understand. MPs have come and gone. Let me say one particular MP, Ayoko Boche, she's been here more than 20 years and couldn't do this road for us. Now a new MP has come. I don't know whether he has visited here when we voted for him.
Me patrol, me say yeah, we're holding traffic behind you until the major call. The taxi drivers are gathering, and so let me engage them too.
Yo, I saw a mechanism. Momboa, government na nankasa ono nyina ma mehwe. How road ni city. Madam I say, mon kan asema bre why?
Me da say. Taxi driver, let me me who say wa park your car. Me patrol dey na original.
Say my kwan nti na ma na kwan we ya bre ho too much. There bia ye buy boy joint ne ade. Esa akwa ye do bi kwan kakra bi na say charge bebre. Esa na ntokwa ne ne na ba ti esra ban no boy no hwe kwan we man na ye bre too much. Ye toss papers ayenche.
Na say mo ya union tika mutumi kam ho bo ma anim assemblyman hia mo yesa
panyi ya ye wa ha bebre yakasa bebre da bia panyifo obi obetuna kan no bia report enso ye hu obi a o tinim aboa yen ntesi amabai no mo ne aboa fo mo mboa yen unka bibi ma yen
So as you can hear, this is the Awoshin Onyinasi road. This is strategic, connects the main highway that comes all the way from the N1 towards the Pokwase, and this is strategic because it joins part of that towards the main Accra Kaswa highway. The road is a deplorable one, and so it is very difficult to ply this road. This has been Keep an Eye, coming to you live from Onyinase. Back to the studio, Valerie.
Thank you, Alan. That was Alan, and from what we saw, residents and commuters of that stretch struggle every day. Someone says he has to buy new shocks every day. I don't want to be in his shoes. Yesterday, I was on the Spintex Akumono Road, and I spent 4 hours in traffic. Actually, the traffic situation on the roads, this is the year of roads. So, to the authorities that they are listening, and so they should hear us. We'll take a break, but later on in the show, after the break, Kafi is getting ready to have that sit down with his guest. I know you're looking forward to that conversation. The hashtag to follow is GTV Breakfast. We're live. We'll take a quick break, guys.
Live from GBC Studio 1. This is Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show.
This one, this is Stoneboy and Beanie Man right here for breakfast on GTV Breakfast, show brought to you by We Purified Drinking Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Adonco Next Level Energy Drink, and we've also got My Bed Africa. Watch out for that bonus code GTV, and the Fabric Hub for kaftans like the one a certain Kafui is wearing. Find them on Instagram. We have a great promotion for you. If you can tell us what October is known for as far as awareness creation, we can get you some pizzas, okay? Your answers to 055-556-1034. Still to come, conversations on the couch with Valerie, brought to you by Airtel Tigo. But for now, I am having a conversation with an award-winning guest whose story has been featured in platforms around the world, garnered millions of views on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Her story has been published in media platforms in over 100 countries. She is a woman's reproductive health advocate and the first black woman anywhere in this universe of 7 billion people to tell her very special story. She's a special lady. Her name is Elizabeth Amwa. Elizabeth, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's a real pleasure. What's so special about your story that has garnered so much media attention around the world?
So, what is special about it is obviously I'm born different, and usually every woman is born with one womb, and I'm born with 2 wombs, 2 cervices, and 2 vagina canals. It's not very common, but obviously it does exist. So for me coming out to share my story, probably that's what makes me special.
When did you know you had 2 of everything, double? Somebody's saying everything is double. When did you know this?
So I was first diagnosed with 2 wombs in 2016, and then I had to have surgery. So during the keyhole surgery, they discovered I have 2 cervixes and also 2 vaginal canals.
Before, and this, you were 32 when this happened. When you discovered this. But take it back to when you were young. I mean, little girl growing up. Did you have any inkling that there was something not quite right with you?
Well, yeah, I would say physically and also mentally. Physically, there were a lot of symptoms. Some goes back to having recurrent thrush, and also having late puberty, having heavy bleeding, irregular menstrual periods, and always feeling tired and dizzy, nausea.
Did you complain to somebody about how you were feeling? Who heard from you?
Parents, family, even some friends, and even medical professionals. So before getting my diagnosis, I was seen by at least 20 medical professionals, and initially they thought it was just immune system issue. So they kept giving me a lot of painkillers, antibiotics, and the symptoms were still there. So I had to persist. That's when I was able to get the right answers.
Talk us through the day you were told that you had 2 wombs, 2 cervixes, 2 vaginal canals. I mean, walk us through that day.
Well, I remember sitting in the consultant room. To me, everything was dark at the moment, because strangely, when I got to the room, and instead of me seeing her and her assistant, there were 4 other people. So I knew there was something wrong somewhere. Having said that, it was also an opportunity to get answers to all the questions that I was asking over the years. So discovering that I had 2 wombs, it wasn't easy to take in. I didn't believe it until I was shown, kind of like a video on the, it was like a screen. So
like this X-ray, ultrasound.
And it was more like an MRI, because it was MRI scan. So with a radiography was shown to me.
So is this something like this?
So let me explain.
Explain this.
So the first picture is 2 wombs.
The one on the left.
Yes, but you can't see the 2 cervixes and 2 vaginal canals. There are women that have 2 wombs, 1 cervix and 1 vaginal canal. So that is also known.
What is the vaginal canal? Where the penis enters?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is not actually mine exact.
This is not your example?
No, mine is
you had two
separate.
Separate.
So it's 1 cervix, 1 womb, 1 canal.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like divided. So there is like a wall in the middle.
A bit
so
like the gap between our nose.
So I have a complete malformation. Because some do have 2 wombs, 1 cervix, 1 vaginal canal. Some other women have 2 wombs, 2 cervixes, 1 canal. And I have the whole complete, which is the 2 of each.
Okay.
So that is not very common. It's very real.
Very rare.
But 1 in a 3,500 women have 2 wombs, 1 cervix, and then 1 vaginal canals.
What was the dominant emotion when he told you this?
Well, as I say, it was hard to take in, but then also it was answers to all the questions I've been asking in the past. And obviously any woman will be shocked. But then my daughter was born premature. There were a lot that has happened, previous 20 years of my life or 30 years of my life. So it was more like, God has given me the answers. And initially I thought it was a curse, but right now sitting here, I realize it's a blessing rather, instead of seeing it as a curse initially.
Where did you find out that you had this condition? And there's a technical term for it, right?
It was in Germany.
Yes. You found it in Germany.
Germany.
And the technical term for this condition that you have?
Yeah, so it could be uterus diaphysis or uterine diaphysis.
Okay, all right. And you said you had a child? You had a child after?
No, before.
Before this?
5 years ago.
Okay.
Before.
What did your husband think when he found out that this is what you had?
Well, he was quite glad. The reason being, to him, we now understand why I was having all those symptoms. Because during my daughter's pregnancy, it was a very unusual one. Because sometimes they couldn't allocate the baby, and they thought it was ectopic pregnancy.
They couldn't find the baby?
No, sometimes, because obviously they were scanning the wrong womb. And that time we didn't know that I have 2 wombs. And they were pushing me for abortion on many occasions. And obviously we had our faith, and we didn't listen to medical professionals. So to him, even though my daughter was born premature, and the fact that we had their faith, and this is the reason why, the baby wasn't being allocated during the ultrasounds that we were having during my pregnancy.
Okay. I'm sure you get tired of being referred to as a lady with two wombs. Does it tire you?
No, to me, I don't, because that is even better. People used to call me the Ghanaian lady with two vaginas, and that same word is what got the media attention. And obviously,
so you prefer to be referred to like that, the Ghanaian lady with two
at the end of the
vaginas?
day, I'm the first black woman, and I'm the second woman in the world. So I'll always be, you know, the first black woman and the second the second woman in the world as well. And after me, it has given a lot of women, I would say at least 10 women has come out, although they're not Africans, they're not black. Either one is Bangladesh, the rest are white women. So to me, I gave also those women the kind of the courage to speak about this unspoken topic.
Okay, we're going to go to because there's a ton of questions before we talk about your foundation that you created out of your experience. What's the strangest question anybody has asked you about your condition?
Well, mostly they relate to sexual aspects.
What are they? Men, right?
No, even women, because some of them, initially when I said I had 2 vagina canals, they thought, even on the outside, I have 1 vagina there, 1 vagina there. But obviously, I take the opportunity to educate them that vagina is not what you see on the outside. It's actually the whole inside. So to me, it's always an opportunity to raise awareness on not only, you know, reproductive health aspect, also on, I would say, sexual hygiene, menstrual hygiene. So to me, it kind of gives me a lot of opportunity to raise awareness on certain things that people may not know.
Okay, somebody also wanted to know, do you have 2 periods in a month?
Yes, you can have 2 periods. Before I used to have it, but obviously with the right management, it has been really regulated. But I've had periods for like a whole 8 weeks before without a break in the past.
You've gone 8 weeks?
Yes, in the past.
Of bleeding?
Yes.
Wow. What does that mean? I mean, 8 weeks of bleeding.
Well, obviously, it's unusual and it's painful. And those days, now I know have endometriosis because it was actually maybe due to the endometriosis as well. And it wasn't easy. Always, you know, in pain, having irregular periods and having heavy periods, changing all the time. But as I said, this journey made me become an advocate and also gave me an opportunity to start researching on myself, how to live with it and how to help other women or young girls to cope.
Another question, somebody wants to know, could your husband feel the difference that you have 2 vaginal canals?
Of course. My left one is more narrow than my right one.
So he chooses where to
You
go?
won't, obviously you don't choose when you're having sex. But obviously women with 2 vaginal canals, one is always narrower than the other. And same positions might be painful. Having said that, I do have fibroids, not only one, I've got multiples, and I have endometriosis, and that also can result in painful sex. So this is what we need to understand, that it's not having uterine deficits that might lead to maybe certain type of, you know, sexual activity. It could be because of the other reproductive health issues.
Okay, forgive me, I'm going to just get the maybe what for me may be an embarrassing question out of the way, and then we'll continue. Somebody also wants to know whether you have 2 clitorises.
No, I do have 1. This is what I was explaining. Vagina is way back. Obviously, you do have the shape of the vagina. You have your clitoris, which is 1, everyone. I do have the liba, it's the same as every woman. But as, let's say, you put a penis, you go in there, so the deep after your uterine, is it uterine tract? That is where the hole is divided into 2.
All right.
So that is the vagina, basically.
Okay. There was one more question that I wanted to ask, but I'm sure it will come again pretty soon. Yes, do you enjoy sexual relations?
Of course you do. But then before, when I didn't participate or didn't do my management, I used to have a lot of painful sex, but not because of uterine deficits. As I said, I do have other reproductive health issues, and many women that have even, let's say, fibroids, ovarian cysts, PCOS, they can complain when it comes to, you know, painful sexual activities.
All right. Now somebody's asking a pregnancy question. Can you be pregnant twice at the same time?
Yes, there was a case, a lady, the one I said, Bangladesh lady, she had a baby, it was in the news, and after mom she gave birth again. So
to twins?
No, it's not twins, because she gave birth after mom, she gave birth again, because those 2 wombs don't connect, they don't work sexually.
So independent candidates doing their own
so I can be pregnant and one will be functioning, and I can have my periods through one, and one can also be functioning.
Have you considered taking away one of the wombs?
I wanted to, but obviously I do have severe endometriosis stage 4, so getting rid of one would end up quite complicated. So I had to actually read the
And
malformation.
for someone who doesn't know what endometriosis is, what exactly is it?
So it's the lining of the womb outside the uterus. So obviously it's more like a scarring tissue that could be found outside the uterus, and that can lead to painful menstrual period, irregular menstrual periods. It can go as far as ovarian cysts, and ovarian cysts can lead to ovarian cancer. So endometriosis has been a lot of campaign going on because a lot of women have it, and people don't realize it till late. Most people get their diagnosis within 7 years or even over 7 years because it starts like a painful menstrual periods. But it's actually the pain that it doesn't matter, no amount of medication that you take, you're still in pain. And even when you are not in your periods pain, you can also have pain with endometriosis.
How has the condition that you have affected your life?
So to me, now it has affected me positively because I had to change my ways of life, my lifestyle, from the way I eat, the way I live my life, mentally, being relaxed, having loads of relaxation, meditation, going to the spa, being positive, relating to positive people, obviously going through all. I've had 6 surgeries. Six surgeries within 2 years. I had it.
Within 2 years?
Yes, when I had my diagnosis, because I was trying to treat, and then there was a lot of complications and medical negligence cases came out. And going through all that, I needed to kind of create a world to myself. So, finding out that I'm born different, to me, it has made me a very positive person. It has also enabled me to become an advocate, to become the voice for other women that are suffering in silence. And you won't believe it, even in Ghana, at least 5 women have my condition, and none of them are comfortable to come out. And
why do you think that is so?
Society, stigma, and stereotype, backlash, insults, I face them all. And the question is, how many people are willing to face the world, to take that veil and say, I do have a different womb, I do have endometriosis, even fibroids. People are not comfortable to talk about them having fibroids. I have multiple fibroids. It's in my womb. They haven't grown. They're really small because I take good care of myself. So these are the positive things that's happening to me. When I say negative wise, my career has obviously been affected.
You wanted to be a lawyer?
I wanted to be a lawyer, international lawyer. And I was able to go back to my law school, and I had to drop out due to surgeries and hospital appointment. Having said that, becoming a woman reproductive health is way better than being a lawyer.
And talk to us about special lady awareness, because this is the foundation you have created. Out of the pain, something positive is coming up.
Of course. So as I said, it's way better being a lawyer. I created special lady awareness, to be the voice for women that cannot share their story, and also to encourage and motivate them so that they can get early diagnosis, because I had a late diagnosis. This is why it ended up in a lot of complications. So special lady tells women, or give them the information, the support, so that they can have, I would say, opportunity to get early diagnosis, get the right treatment, and also being able to understand what menstruation is about, menstrual hygiene, even menstrual poverty.
And that's what you do in the pictures we are seeing of your activities with your foundation.
Yes.
What's the latest thing you've done?
So the latest thing I did when I came to Ghana, I was in the Eastern region. I visited 5 towns in the Eastern regions. So I went to schools, I went to the communities, and I raised awareness on menstrual hygiene in terms of what menstruation is about. So to the school, secondary, so JHS and SHS, so raise awareness on menstrual hygiene, educate them on what menstruation is about, how they have to take care of themselves, how they can spot early diagnosis, those actually early signs and symptoms in order to lead them to early diagnosis. And also I was able to donate sanitary towels, and obviously that's the combat of the menstrual poverty aspect of it. And so it was a massive tour.
Indeed.
And it was fun. And obviously, I'm so passionate about what I do in terms of my advocacy. So whenever I speak to my audience, it gives me that joy, and it let me understand that everything that I've been through, it was worth it. And the journey, to me, it has just started, although I started it 5 years ago. I have many countries to visit, obviously because of the COVID. Most of the countries like Jamaica, Nigeria, Kenya, and US was cancelled. But glory be to God, we are alive. So from 2021, it won't only be in Ghana. I have to tour the world and let them know me, because they've seen my story, they've read my story, they've seen my pictures. They need to see me real.
Do you ask yourself sometimes, why me, God, why me?
Yes, I do. When I do get a backlash, when I get the insults, but then also I kind of think about the positive aspect of it, being a voice, being unique, being blessed. I do have a child out of everything, although my pregnancy wasn't easy, but there are women that have my condition, even women with fibers, they do have infertility issues. So for me, being able to have a child out of it after everything, and also being alive after all the surgeries and all my surgeries, I was put to sleep. I could have passed away. I had a baby dying in my womb. I could have passed away, and I survived. So to me, I've survived a lot of challenges. So why me is actually a positive thing. It means I'm blessed. As I said, it's a blessing in disguise. Instead of me thinking it was a curse at the beginning.
And your husband, how important is he to this?
Well, to him, he felt like he just want to be the voice. Yes, sometimes he's worried, obviously, because of society backlash and insults. And he's a soldier, he's in the army, so he's a tough one than me. So he's alright with it.
But you're a soldier too. But soldiers face death all the time. Do you sometimes fear that something can happen to take you away prematurely?
Right now, if I die today, I'm happy. I would die as a happy woman. The reason being, I'm the voice. People can look up to me and use my story to get the right help. Because a lot of women are suffering in silence, you won't believe it. And the fact that I have come out, whether I'm alive or I'm gone, they will always remember. And they will use me as a motivational tool, to get the help that they need.
How can we find Special Lady?
Yeah.
How can we find Special Lady?
So I'm on Instagram at Special Lady Awareness, and on Facebook Special Lady Awareness, and my website, which is www.specialladyawareness.com, and on YouTube Special Lady Awareness. And you can just Google Special Lady Awareness, Special Lady all in one word, or Elizabeth Amwa, my name.
And what's your message to women who may be suffering in silence? Talk to them. They are there watching you.
So my message to women suffering in silence is don't suffer in silence. Speak up, seek help. I know it's not easy coming out to share your story. Just find someone that will understand you, someone that will lead you on that journey. You need to also work with the medical professionals, and I must admit not all of them understand. Some will ignore your plea and concerns, but you have to persist. You need to believe there is always a light, at the end of the tunnel. Just use me as an example. What I want to say is speak up, seek early diagnosis, and also you have to remember that you are born special and you're born to make an impact. So it doesn't matter what medical condition you have.
You want to say thank you to anybody? Any thanks? Any shouts to anybody?
Well, thank you to all my sponsors as always, which did many, especially the ones that helped me, from Alcabel to Frosty to Kudu to Kayatos to Icon Management, to all the media platforms, obviously GBC, giving me this opportunity to OKFM, TV3, to the international media platforms, Bond Difference especially. They did a documentary that was, sent out to millions of people
watched that.
And they did well. And I'm very grateful to Tom, the one that carried out the documentary. So yeah, and also to my family, friends, and loved ones.
And what would you do when everything becomes too difficult and overwhelming and you're sad? How do you get out of the sadness?
My relaxation. I listen to a lot of YouTube tape. I listen to opera. I believe with Lex Brown. Okay. I love them.
To motivate you.
They do motivate me a lot.
All right, Elizabeth, it's a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me
it's
too.
a really inspiring talk.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
You're a special lady.
Thank you.
And that's our conversation with Elizabeth Amwa. You can find her on social media. Look for Special Lady Awareness. My name is Kafui Day. Show continues to be brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Adoko Next Level Energy Drink. We've got My Bet Africa holding us down, and El Tigo for the couch conversations with Valerie, and the Fabric Hub brings you great kaftans. There's more on the show. The owner of the couch will come and take over right now. Her name is Valerie. Stay tuned.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
Of the breakfast table. You know that we premiered a 2-hour telenovela on our lifestyle channel, and so far it's been nothing but amazing reviews back to back. We're going to talk about a show that's going to air on the lifestyle channel again. It is the Ratified show. Remember, lifestyle segment is brought to us by kindness of Airtel Tigo. So we're going to do a quick detour to find out the goods and bits that Airtel Tigo has in store. So here's a break, a real quick break.
Your humble servant, my tightness of cry into him. So that 277. See him, sir. How the Papa, goodness, so 2020 was a very tough year. 2021, dear. First, we talk about getting to say the concrete and me digum happy in the system in my head. How to be so dear, but me come. Damian Palm, show me a miracle.
Cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis. The Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and end points to win lots of cash. Dial star 50
Welcome back, guys. So like I said, we're going to talk the Ratified show. It's going to start airing, premiering. It's going to premiere actually on our lifestyle channel, and then it's going to stick and stay. I have Nana Mafo and N. Francis. So Nana Mafo is a presenter. It's going to be a presenter on the Ratified show.
Sure.
But you're going to do it with Princess Jasmine.
Yeah.
She's not here.
Yeah.
In Princess Jasmine's wake, I have N. Francis. N stands for Nwete, so we'll stick to N. Francis.
Yeah.
So welcome, gentlemen, to the Yellow Couch.
Thank you.
So what should we expect from the Ratified show? When is it airing first?
All right, so it's airing on Lifestyle TV, as you said. Of course, it's going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What
Saturdays,
time? What time?
5:30 p.m. Saturdays, and a repeat on Wednesday, 3 p.m.
3 p.m. on Wednesdays?
Yeah, that's the repeat.
Okay.
And
so
the main show will be on Saturday, 5:30 p.m.
Main show is 5:30 p.m. on Saturdays. It begins tomorrow, guys, and then the repeat is 3 p.m.
Sure.
on
Wednesdays. On Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays. Okay, guys. So let's get into Ratified show. What should we expect from you? What should our viewers expect from you?
Amazing. Of course, a lot of people have followed my journey as a presenter.
Okay.
Of course, I started in Solid Multimedia, hosting 30 Minutes Live and also Extra Playlist. And they know what I do best. And of course, this time around is an upgrade of whatever I've been through. So it's exciting, and I think there's a lot of maturity in our job. Anytime you come on TV or on radio, you know, as time goes, you mature. And this time around, I watch myself on the Ratified show, and I'll be like, yo,
you've matured. There's some progress.
Yeah, there's a lot of progress.
Right, but you know what? Lifestyle channel is a GBC channel.
Yeah.
And you know, we're usually tagged as the traditional laid-back sort of thing.
Yeah.
But here you are a presenter, and you have what's your hairstyle called?
This is locks. A lot of people.
But this is a different type of locks, no?
Yeah, it's a long locks, but it has been styled to become short. You know, most of the time, because of the weather, if it's on your neck, the heat and all that. So I love it like this.
Okay.
I think it's about here.
Okay. So this kind of drip and more is what we are going to be expecting on the Ratified show from you and Jasmine, no?
Sure. Jasmine is very exciting. She drips more than I do. You cannot.
So if Jasmine drips more, but you guys, I wish our cameras could zoom in onto the sneaker levels and stuff in the studio. It's going to be a lot. People are going to give a lot of pressure. Okay, so run us in the 411. As tomorrow when we tune at 5, what should our viewers expect?
Okay, they should expect nothing.
Wait. Let's whet the appetite. Wait and let's whet the appetite.
All right.
We're going to go. That's it. They are showing you. You're just dripping. But you should be able to zoom into Nana Mafo sneakers as well.
Oh my God.
Lifestyle is about to give you people pressure out there. Are you going to do like hashtag Ratified sneaker levels on Oh no, don't even talk. Wait, let's whet the appetite of our viewers. We are going to go for a short break, and here's the promo for what the Ratified show brings to us and what to expect.
Come and let me blow your mind. From the oldest of the great towers comes the newest plan. The Ratified show. This is for the feelers.
Everything glorified.
The Ratified show. Winners moving, life livers.
By my name, John, when a lot of people think I am Nigerian.
And we run the place silence. Them go secrets I talk say big Clarence.
And then a true Lord Kenyan can say take care of company.
Even though we are excited that the Ratified show is premiering tomorrow, today happens to be the birthday of the Director of Marketing here at GBC, Mr. Tony Saibuating, and Mwati, I beg your pardon. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday, sir. Kafenti will join me later on, and then we'll sing a happy birthday to you. So, sir, we'll be coming to your office too when the show is over, sir. Happy birthday once again. Back to you guys, Nanamafo and Francis. So, run us through. When we tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m., what do we see?
Okay, so the Ratify show is just like, I always say it's like 7 away within 30 minutes. All right, okay. It's a potpourri show. And trust me, we have a lot in it. Because I've been through these entertainment shows severally, I sat down, especially, after, completing a communication strategic at AUCC. I sat down and drew this plan. That's a school. Yeah, amazing. So I drew this plan of, putting little segment that's going to excite and let people sit down and watch this show. So I have Afro Diaspora Act.
Afro Diaspora Act.
Yeah, okay. Afro Diaspora Act. Yes, that's it. When we want to go into it, that's where you find, artists outside Ghana, especially in the Western land. Okay. Maybe being African, just do something with maybe a camera. You email us, and we put it on. That's the act. Whether you are a poet, whether you are an artist, a musician,
you have to be in the piece.
Yeah. So what the idea is that we are linking you to your motherland or probably Africans out here. So the dream is bigger. We really want to reach out to Africa as well, not in Ghana alone with the Ratify show. Yeah. And we have Unsung Hype. Unsung Hype is about you can tell them about.
So Unsung Hype is all about the new artists out there, probably like they've not been seen on the screens.
Okay.
We give them a platform.
That's the Unsung Hype.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where you're going to be looking at. I hope you are zeroing in on African artists and especially Ghanaian artists for the Unsung Act.
Of course.
It's not that you go and look for Nigeria people and come and put them. No, we have talent here.
Let me tell you something about Unsung Hype. We're doing it all across the 16 regions. We have Accra. And we have Kumasi now. Okay. So we are still looking at, getting to other regions, the northern and all part of it. So that's what we are doing.
I think that's going to be my favorite category. Yeah. Okay, and which other ones do we look forward to?
We have the normal interview with A-list artist, known artist. After that, a performance. Okay, we have the big one called the Big Wig.
The Big Wig?
The Big Wig, yes. This is where we find the influential people, big trees in our communities, to talk about a specific area. For instance, we have Cafe Day. We can have Cafe Day to talk about presentation or TV presentation, radio presentation, a little bit of education within 5 minutes. Do you understand? Talk about that and educate people out there. So after the performance, this is a trick. We did a performance to let the youth sit. So after maybe let's say for instance, Camedo finishes his performance.
Okay, and then we have the eyeballs.
Yeah, we have the eyeballs for the Big Wig. And it's just between 1 to 4 minutes or 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. So that's where we're going to be educated by maybe Kafwidi talking about the presentation. But the surprise is we have one woman, DDP, Bafu Boni, presenting in Big Wig, talking about some of the precautions they have to take in order not to get into prison as the youth. So just between 3 minutes and something. So after that, the show is closed. So it's packed and well educated, very educative and also.
Okay. Is there a category to that's the top 10 Afro swag artists?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that about, Francis?
So it's all about the top 10 swag artists. Let's say we have Shatawale here, we have Sarkodie here, we have Stoneboy here. Those artists who are making it out there, like have the swag, the drip, everything is on point. Okay. And that's where we fetch for our artists here, and also, the African platform too. We can go to Kenya, can go to Nigeria, South Africa.
Please give our African acts, give our Ghanaian acts a lot more time.
Yeah, they are. You have a lot of representation in Afro swag artists. It comes in an art form. Okay. All right, so we disseminate it on our social media platforms, and a lot of people see what is going on. So when you talk about the drip, that's where the drip reflects in the show more. So we look at the artists who are very talented and also very have the drip. The art is not just about showing your talent, but sometimes just your drip can make a move for you. So we are putting them together. We don't care if you are Shatawale and you don't have the drip. We're not going to put you there. I'm not saying this. Shatawale has it. It's part of one of our posters. So so that's basically, we have to bring this awareness to the artists so that they know how to brand themselves as well.
Okay. What are the handles to follow on social media? Why is that the tagline on Ratified Show? Say that again.
That's right.
Tomorrow you guys should tune in to the Ratified Show. It's on at 5 p.m. on our lifestyle channel, Ratified Show. You're going to find you're going to find Princess Jasmine. Francis is going to be in there as well to do a little something. And so, Charlie, if you are doing your videos to send to them, do the what do you say?
Actually, our tagline is Thin Glorified. All right, but Ayoya is part of our DNA.
I like the Ayoya.
And it's one of our spiritual fathers. Tagline we're talking about. So we are very close to him, and most of the times in conversation we use that.
Okay,
Ayoya. Big shout outs to Dr. King Solomon.
Okay,
if you are watching,
guys.
I know you are doing the watching. And Prophetess Claudia Entry, and also Prophetess Comfort Abubakar. They've been supportive.
The people you've mentioned are prophetess, and Charlie, you guys are going to bring us a Christian.
Oh, no problem.
I didn't hear any man's name. I didn't hear any Elijah's name. Prophetess.
Oh, you see, it has always been like that. There has been a lot of people supporting us. Shout outs to Mr. Lomote of Lifestyle TV as well. Big shout outs to Bafo, my family, my mom, everybody.
Everybody has been supportive.
Shout outs to you guys.
So, guys, tomorrow at 5 p.m., all roads and all eyeballs and all social media handles, everything is being driven to the Ratified Show, is on tomorrow at 5 p.m. on our lifestyle channel, guys. What's the hashtag to follow?
Thin Glorified. The Ratified Show, Thin Glorified.
So hashtag Thin Glorified. Say that again.
Thin Glorified.
I said thin.
Yeah, thin. Yeah.
THIN.
Yeah.
Why Thin Glorified?
It's a word on the street. We have to get
it. So tell us.
It's a word on the street.
Yeah, it's just like a slogan. You know, the guys, when you are always...
Okay. My producer says that we should hold some. We should let the viewers tune in tomorrow, and then if we give all the gist now, tomorrow they'll know everything already. So guys, you have to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Lifestyle Channel, the Ratified Show is premiering tomorrow. And Charlie, they have a lot of goodies in store, So follow them on all their social media handles. I believe you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're on YouTube and Instagram, guys. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., set your alarm clocks, your reminders, everything geared towards the Ratified Show tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Before I bring in my next guest, he's a singer and he's a dancer, sort of. He calls himself Unruly Don, a.k.a. North Music Ruler. And he's currently ruling the whole North. So he says, I beg to differ, though, because Fancy Gadam is in there. So I'm about to have an amusing conversation with Don, Unruly Don, a.k.a. North Music Ruler. Guys, we'll take a break. We've been spending some time with the guys on the Ratified Show tomorrow, guys. So it's on at 5 p.m. Nana, Mafo, and Francis and Princess Jasmine will be on your screens at 5 p.m. tomorrow, the Ratified Show on our Lifestyle Channel, guys. And here's the break before we meet the North Music Ruler.
Come and let me blow your mind.
Your humble servant, so proud and I swear that my 277.
Live from GBC Studio 1. This is the Breakfast Show.
Promised we are meeting Striker Dedonzi, aka Unruly Don, aka Northeast Music Ruler. Guess what? His ruler is not spelled the normal ruler, it's R-U-L-L-E-R, and he said he's currently ruling the whole North. Well, let's find out if that's true. Welcome, Don Striker. So how should I call you? Dedonzi, Unruly Don? What should I call you?
You know, I'm Dedonzi, Striker Dedonzi, but you know, my fans gave me a new name that is Unruly Don.
Unruly Don?
Yeah.
Your fans gave that to you. Yeah. Why did they name you Unruly Don?
Yes, like they work their movement, like how things is happening in the North now.
Like you're shaking the North there. But you're smart. Please, can the camera zoom in onto Unruly the Don? So they looked at all of this and they changed your name to what?
Yeah, to Unruly Don. Yeah, because we just started music from the North, not so far, but currently every corner in the North with a shaker, you understand? So the fans feel like the Donzi alone is not okay, so they need to add me Unruly Don.
And do you know Fancy Gadam?
Yeah, he's my brother.
He's your brother?
Yeah.
Does he jam to any of your music?
Yeah.
Do you jam to any of Fancy's music?
Yeah.
Please
I have collaboration with Fancy Gadam. Fancy Gadam to have collaboration with me.
We have a video. We'll be playing that later on, but I want to get to know you first so the whole Ghana can get to know you. Shadi, can you take off your glasses so we see what you look like without it? Okay, guys, if you see him in town, that's the latest addition to Ghanaian music, Unruly Don.
Cap.
So if you are not singing or if you are not rap, what do you do? Do you sing rap?
Yeah, I just do singing. I don't rap. Just dancehall and that kind of high life things. That's what I do.
High life things.
Yeah.
Can you change your language? What's high life things? High life is the basis on which you are standing here. I think high life things.
Yeah.
Change your language, sir.
Now I do dancehall and then high life.
Thank you. Yeah. Way better.
Thank you.
Let's have you. You're putting your glasses back on. Okay. It's part of your act. Let's have you do some small. Freestyle. I don't know what you want to do. Whether you want to do dance hall, you want to do high life.
I'll do high life for you.
Okay.
Barayal yaniti zazamalla, tizazamalla. Kabi mini terenzal shafi. I take it or leave it. Mabugo industry, bankartinja, the Donzi nation, bankartinja. Kai baramatin ngane abin wasa. Kai abin wasa kabe mene fansi mazwaya fansi mazwaya ashe titi ina din malla sanku yar kam za she kazim simne kaban geti pun tara ban kartinja destination ban kartinja kai
Slow down. It's the cap that I like. By the time you go, I'm saying cap.
Yeah,
so
you have to do it for my fans because they love it so much.
Oh, I'll do that. Cap. Wait, dance. I'll do that. So you know that the Donzi is not Unruly Don. He's just not a performer in the North. Like he's how should I say, Accra? He came to Accra, performed in Accra, and he sold out, guys. This is an act from the North, came to Accra, and he sold out. We're going to take a detour, and there's a video from when he sold out here in Accra on Unruly Don. So there it is, guys. Yeah. How did you feel when you came to Accra and you had everybody, all these people came out for you?
Yeah, I feel like
a superstar.
I'm a superstar, and then not just a superstar. My people are making me proud, and they are making me becoming a superstar.
Yeah, that's
because you understand, all the way from the North, and you come to Accra, you can get people like this. It is telling you that your people, they really know about you, and
they love what you do.
They love you, yeah. And I love them back.
As it should be.
It be like they be me. And I'm them, you understand?
Oh,
so I love
there's somebody spraying you with money. Hey, Charlie, Unruly, when the next show you have, I think I want to follow you. I want to have I want to be the lady with the bag. So that when I'm welcoming.
You are very, very welcome. Anytime I have show, I'll give you invitations.
Oh, thank you. So, Unruly.
Yeah.
When you freestyled, what language was the freestyling?
Yes, it's my local language, Mamprusi.
That's Mamprusi. So what were you saying?
Yeah, it is Bankartinja.
What does it mean?
It means they go chase us.
Say it again. No one I want to use it. Banka. Say it again.
Bankartinja.
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 Yeah. It
then go chase us tire.
Go chase us tire.
Say that again. Because
Bankartinja.
Bankartinja.
Yes.
Charlie, that's from Unruly Dawn, man.
Yeah,
Bankartinja.
Ja.
It means you go,
they go chase us tire.
They're not going to find me. You know what they say? Right, guys. Even though Unruly Dawn, he sings and raps as well, he is an amazing performer when it comes to Charlie. When it comes to the legwork and all of that. Yeah, so, where do we find you on social media? We are going to end with him dancing and giving us a feel of why everybody, I mean, his show sold out. We are going to find out why. Yeah. But where do we find you on social media?
Yeah, you can get me from all the medias by Striker the Donzi.
Striker the Donzi.
Yeah, on Facebook, Striker the Donzi. Instagram, Striker the Donzi. Twitter, the same thing. YouTube, the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Striker the Donzi on all the social media platforms.
Yeah.
Wait. You know, I asked you if you knew Fancy Gadam. You said he was your friend.
Yeah, he's a brother to me.
But we have your song. We have you and Fancy's song. So that's coming up in a bit. Guys, check out Striker the Donzi's song featuring Fancy Gadam.
Adasa da chika yanyu Adasa da chika yanyu Nibi ngoma mbungono Biyendo lon palu Yumi ya yela nekan kwalu Mani yela la kabora Adasa da chika yanyu Baby the gargi Adasa da chika yanyu Wundimuna wumbelivu Adasa da chika yanyu Yelman lambulan Ruman mishili Adasa da chika yanyu Mani nyangoma
Here is the Bankaritija vibes. That's in Mamprusi, and in Dagomba it is Bankaritije. Guys, I'm on
Bankaritije.
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 Dagbani.
That's in Dagbani, and in Mamprusi is
Bankaritija.
Bankaritija. It means they don't go chase with tire. So let's
go get you. Your enemies go chase you.
You doesn't
chase after.
Right. Tell us how. Tell us the experience like. I mean, you being an artist from the north, and having to sort of grapple for airtime, grapple for eyeballs with the other acts from the western side, Accra and Kumasi. How are you dealing with it as an artist?
Yeah, like we're dealing with artists in the southern sector here.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, in the north, because the media in Accra here doesn't pay much attention to northern music, we find it difficult like to link up with musicians in Accra here. Though in northern region, a lot of musicians, if you come to north, you know that we are not joking for there.
Yeah.
Especially like we the young upcoming artists, we are putting fire, but because of the media. So this is the time we are bringing ourselves here. You see this a great opportunity. I'm live on GTV with you, and then it's a very big opportunity. And
You know, with these kind of platforms, it can create opportunities for us to be having link up with some musicians. But so far, or right now, like the link is there, but it's not all that. Yeah.
Right.
And we are working towards that. But if it is in the north there, Charlie,
it's fire
we
there.
Fire every corner.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So who are, top of your head, your favorite 5 artists, Ghanaian artists?
Yeah.
It could be an unsung artist, an upcoming artist, an already made known artist. 5.
Yeah, like if I will mention names, they will break us here because almost all the hit artists in the southern sector here, I love them.
Okay.
I love everybody, and you know, time is not there. I can't just mention them all.
I don't even want you to mention it again because if you mention it, that link might not be really established because you might leave some out.
Yes,
so let's leave it out.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of time, but we want to have a feel of you and Ruli Dawn in action. So I'm about to leave this whole place for you. Maybe I'll come in small to do some small dance moves. Reach it out. And so I'm leaving you now to wow us. Like I said before, he's just not a singer or a rapper. He's actually a performer, like a 360. He's actually a very, very good dancer who can rival Fancy Gadam any day. And so we're going to have Ruli Dawn wow us. And that's how... But I've forgotten.
Bankartinja.
I know
I will show you some simple things because my people.
Come learn.
You come learn. Okay.
Bankartinja. To the world. See.
Okay.
Come here.
So give me the move, man.
The move. I'll just give you something simple.
Those things you do, I feel them.
Okay. Then it's like this.
Hey, let me move my body.
So I'll just film. Don't worry. Don't bother that I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
Give us an easy one. Give us an easy one. That we can all do.
Easy one. So that there's a little bit of work.
So that I go fit you.
This one.
Oh, hey.
Slow it down. You slow it down. Slow.
Oh no, that one is just
okay.
No. Do like slow. Oh, like I
okay. It's like this.
Charlie.
Slowly, guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys. So we are hoping.
Look, the white teams are matching the shades.
But I like the vibe.
Bankaritija.
Your enemies will chase you higher.
Enemies will chase you tire.
You go chase me tire.
Your enemies, they go chase tire. Man, they go chase me tire. They be like that, you understand?
Bankaritija.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, guys.
You, me, yours, everybody.
They go chase me tire. They run to it.
So from the unruly dawn to you guys, Bankaritija, which means your enemies go chase you tire.
And that be the vibe.
We hope we've set the mood right for the weekend, guys. This is GTV Breakfast. T and I are looking amazing. Thanks to Red Cotton. Millicent. Shout out to Millicent. Millicent.
Amazing.
We go there when I everybody did.
Millicent Red Cotton on Syntax Road. You are amazing. Thank you, girl.
So, guys, Red Cotton is located on the Spintex Road, and then in East Legon as well. We are also on Instagram. So, if you want to look as fabulous as we are this morning, visit them on Instagram. You can find the numbers and everything in there. You can actually make your orders from Instagram. Then Millicent is there to serve you.
Bankaritija. The details on your screen. We are grateful to all.
Bankaritija. It's a birthday shout out for the acting director of marketing GBC, Tony. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Congratulations on the award.
Like this week, dear boss.
Keep doing it.
Well, the party day today.
The party's in his office. You didn't hear.
We've got some winners. We've got some winners. Cheesy pizza winners.
There he is.
Okay, champion winner.
One overall outstanding
of the year, man.
Look.
Boss, we are coming to your office as soon as we leave the studio.
Tell them to make we talk some.
Okay.
Cheesy pizza.
We get some winners for here. So, Osei from Kolebu, Kofi from Russia, Dansuma, and Jessica. You want to get in touch with us, you've won a cheesy pizza. Of course, the correct answer is October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So you are the three winners out of the many people who came through. So congratulations to you. Many shouts to the Fabric Hub for the kaftan, to Away Purified Drinking Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, My Bed Africa, Etta Tigo for the couch experience. Charlie, any shouts for you?
Yeah, I have shout outs to give to my people. You know, everyone monitoring us right now is the Dons here. I can't forget to mention Boso Crown Father is here with me, and then also Eklilo is here.
Squad shout out.
Okazi is outside. My family is.
Say something, Mapuli.
Okay,
yes,
let me say.
Quick one.
Yeah, Ekum Nagagbara, Donzi voice and Lano picture. Yeah, be Uruguman Lea, Mount Purudema. Yes, you need a tavern soon. Your support, your everything. Can you check out the thing you contribute? GT platforms is an interview. Opportunity to Taran you always sit in the yard. Need support some passes. Interview outside Ghana, Banji.
Bankaritija.
I don't say thank you. I don't say thank you, Mampuli.
Thank you, sir.
Impia.
For watching, and we hope you have a great weekend from all of us to all of you with much love.
Charlie, the moves again. Show me.
Charlie, make her just move. Come here
with your heels.
Then you do someone like this.